Hello. 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 Hello.
Opportunities like this against LSU CD to make things happen, and he did. Absolutely. You already mentioned Drew Brees as a comp. How about I pay homage to Doug Flutie? Because what we're seeing.
Can you really hear us, or are you just saying that?
His ability to move around, locate target, football on target. Doug Flutie was doing that coming out of Boston College, but we weren't ready to receive him yet because of his size and the NFL.
We lit. We are finally lit.
But you see the same playmaking ability. Doug Flutie born too soon.
Okay, so what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode, live edition of We Got Next. Greatly appreciate you guys sticking around for us while we end up getting through all the hiccups and everything that we have going on. I'm one of your hosts of the show, Hayes, aka Shifty. I'll be doing numerous different things as we go on the air today. I will be trying to play the heist. So that's one thing. Another thing that I'll be trying to do is, for everyone out there, the heist is the crypto game, but we don't really need to worry about that. We'll be covering the draft. So all different facets of the draft. We have various different sheets that we'll have up. We will be talking about each draft pick. The homie Steven at Steven_Springs printed this out. So that's one thing that we'll end up taking care of too. Another thing is we have different draft boards. So on our screen, we have the different draft boards. And then, of course, on the screen, we're not sponsored by them, so we're not going to say which ones. But you can look at NFL Network, you can look at ESPN, you can look online. But first pick of the draft was Bryce Young out of Alabama. That was one of those picks that a lot of people already knew was going to happen, so it wasn't a surprise necessarily for anyone out there. And we apologize if there's any technical difficulties, any issues, things of that nature. It's the first time Steve and I doing this type of event live, so we'll continue to get better each and every time from it. But my thoughts on this one, when I was doing a lot of different season tickets and looking at various different things of that nature, I was interested in the Panthers. One, it's not too far away from us, but then another thing is it was something that was kind of right. They were an up-and-coming franchise. Their only thing is their shit is really expensive. They have PSL license, but in terms of the team, I like Frank Reich. Of course, you know where he came from. He was at the Eagles at one point, then he went to the Colts, then he is now on the Panthers. Another thing is, for all the people that are out there, there is no way in hell that I would be doing standing out there. Just standing out there standing out there to just look at it. I could be doing that at home. Hence what we're doing right now. But yeah, so give us 2 seconds. I'm gonna put the new link out. So because this is like our third time's a charm. So we gotta see who's gonna end up tuning in. Let's see.
Many of these speculations centered around number 3. Who's going to trade with the Arizona Cardinals? That might go away. There are several teams in the top 10 hoping that the Texans pass on a quarterback so they can trade up for Stroud. We will see if that is reality.
Well, the Cardinals are 2 and change into being on the clock, which means everybody around the league knows who the Texans have chosen, and we'll see if it's trade talk happening now or what the Cardinals are doing. The first big mystery of the 2023 draft is about to be solved.
Yeah, so what a lot of people knew, and I knew this as well, but the Texans are going to go with C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State. A lot of it was smoke and mirrors. You heard about it. So, yeah, so it just said C.J. Stroud was the second pick. First pick was Bryce Young. We knew that was what was going to be the case. It was a lot of smoke and mirrors because number 3 pick is the hot pick that everybody's been either trying to trade up for or they've been trying to figure out what the price is going to be. If C.J. Stroud was not picked in this pick, the value of the number 3 pick would have gone down a lot. It's also funny when you see all the different players looking at the ones that have been picked. So we saw C.J. Stroud dapping up some of his former players. Also, is that Digi? I don't even know what that is on his jersey, but kudos and shout out to all of the people in the ones that build, design, added to the Kansas City draft, because we're there currently, so we see CJ Stroud out front. That's something they built. The hall is something that was there, and then you see like the apartments, well, hotels, I would probably say, is what they have out there. It's really nice. It's a really nice facility that they're using. And shout out to the weather, because the weather being good is another big thing that a lot of people don't necessarily add into. And look who we got here. So, talking to the homies, I had to open up a new one. So we have a new link because the other one, I wasn't hearing any audio. I put my headphones in and I can hear this one. So I deleted the other two. So now we finally have one that works.
No surprises, right?
No. So what I was saying is we had a lot of smoke and mirrors because they were trying to make it seem like they weren't choosing him at number 2. And then just as much as we looked at everything, they were doing that because the number 3 pick is that coveted pick. If they were telling everybody that they're not choosing CJ Stroud, maybe someone's going to fight, and then they would trade up to number 3, since that would be the hot ticket. But since there's 2 quarterbacks gone, that number 3 pick probably isn't worth as much, because now it's Will Levis and then Anthony Richardson that are the ones up there. Some talks I did hear was that the Tennessee Titans were trying to trade with the Cardinals for the number 3 pick.
I think it's going to be Will Anderson. Bama. Because the Cardinals still have it, right?
Yeah. But remember, he's not a test taker.
No, he's not smart, I guess. Yeah, I saw him for the last 2 seasons there for the Big Ten. So, I mean, yes, he had extremely talented wide receivers, and they're all going to be drafted.
Yeah, they are.
But I think we'll be good.
He's in a good situation. It's a good restart for the Texans as well after everything that they were dealing with post DW. But now being able to start with CJ Stroud, they have a nice running back, Damian Pierce. My big thing is if Mechie's good, that's one thing that can help. They have, people forget, they have another pick. They have that number 12 pick they can do so much with. So in mine, I had the Texans going number 2, but then my other thing that I said that they might do is go with the line. 2 things that they. Okay, so hot take, because we're in the middle of picks. What are your thoughts on these different damn draft parties when you see all these people just standing outside looking at the screen?
I think those are pointless because like it's maybe if your team is drafting like mid round, so you got time to like hang out for a while and watch like a little bit of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would you assume most of those people are going to watch the draft?
That's what I think. Are you watching the whole draft? Because unless you have friends that are on 4 or 5 different teams.
So, all right. So 2 things. I'm probably end up being a fan of him.
Yeah.
I definitely see that happening with players like just like in college. They get to the league and it's like, wow, I want that. I like the team that they're on.
Yeah.
Like I know that my cousin's a huge Texans fan, so shout out to my cousin Caleb. Shout out.
Like this. Look.
Yeah.
Why are they all just standing out?
So
you don't get no food, no water unless you brought it.
No. If you're like people right in the middle and they're just like standing there, they're like, how long? You really gonna watch that?
You're not getting autographs or anything.
No.
I could just be a hater,
bro.
I don't. Are you paying for that too?
Or
like what all goes into where the different people are standing?
Shout out to BJ. Shout out to BJ.
Oh, sweet. Shout out.
Shout out. No free shout outs.
So, because even with the.
Oh, he texted you too. We doing this. Yeah, he texted you too.
News, a big-time trade. Sources say that the Houston
Texans
are trading up to number 3 with the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
The Houston Texans were just shocked all of us.
You hear
CJ Stroud at 2 are back up again.
So they traded that.
The top defensive player on the
so Will Anderson.
Is that Colin Wolf in this thing? Yeah, I'm gonna
But who did they do the trade?
Cardinals. They just moved back.
No. Who did they trade to get that? Because they had to trade the farm. You wanted the second and third picks?
Will Anderson, I'm guessing. My assumption.
Because so that was kind of obvious because I put that on the draft board. I told everyone like in advance we did a draft board. So number 3, I said they'll probably trade out of it.
So there's a mock draft that I printed off.
Yeah.
I had Will Levis going number 2 for the Texans. I didn't have Stroud going until 4th to the Colts, but I think the Texans are going to take Will Anderson with this one.
So I have the Colts, oddly enough, the Colts picking up Will Levis. But I really want to see who was a part of the trade package that they did for it. Yeah. Because I don't. So normally, for everyone that's listening, I stopped going to Schefter. I feel as though when people hit the mainstream like that, I don't listen to them as much. So I go to Ian Rappaport. Then after that, there's this dude named like Doug Kleiman, and then I have like a Ravens person I'll look at. I have a Philadelphia person I'll look at, and then I have a person that has sources of sources, and then after that,
no free source.
I'll end up just shoot for the stars. Basketball, if you need the sources, I got the inside people over there. But football, if it's not one of those, and you almost have to weed through it because I don't think most people thought the Texans were going to jump up to number 3. But when you have, also shout out to Philly because now we have technically 3/5 really coaches that have some affiliation with the Philadelphia Eagles because D'Amico Ryans. So I'm not mad that he's going back to back with them, but I'm also thinking. Because you look at past drafts, you must think these 2 players are the greatest if you're going 2 and 3. Will Anderson, I remember Steven was talking about Will Anderson for the Heisman at one point.
Will Anderson.
Yeah, it had to be. So, what are your thoughts on this? And I said it before. So, back when they had, I think it was either last year or the year before that, when they had one defensive player in the top 4 or 5 for the Heisman, and you said they're not looking at Will Anderson's stats.
Yeah, so let me bring up his stats real quick because they're probably gonna say it.
And that's 2 Alabama players in the top 3.
Yeah.
Which they said that this is the first time in like 10 to 20 years that the first pick was an Alabama player.
So Penn State in 2000 had the first 2 picks in the draft. Courtney Brown, number 1 to the Browns, and then LeVar Arrington went number 2 to the Redskins.
I mean, what's that legend for the communities? But I was also, another thing I said, and we talked about this earlier, but them going to different cities for these drafts is amazing. But the way they set up Kansas City, I think they've learned year over year how to do it better because the setup that they have for this draft is nicer than some of the others. Yes, Radio City Music Hall is like that old school feel to it. But Kansas, they did good. And they're comparing them to Khalil Mack.
He had 33.5 sacks 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
And 17.5 sacks. 31 sacks. 31 tackles for loss, 17.5 sacks. Sorry. Numbers were down this year, but still, he had 17 tackles for loss and 10 sacks, which a lot of people would gladly take.
But see, still across the board, Alabama wasn't the same. And then it's kind of tougher with they always talk about this with defense, but as much as it can be a solo person, it has to be a team thing. And if they know to hone in on you, especially the year you had before, that's what they're going to do.
So the other thing I wanted to say, I just got reminded of it, was
really went there was what this trade package was. All right. So look, all those Texan fans, you're done. Are they just going to stay there or do they leave? What do you do after that?
Yeah. They're just going to chill out probably, right?
Okay, so the terms they finally announced.
Smash or pass?
Man, it means everything. Everybody don't know how much hard work goes into this, man. The sacrifice I make, the hard work.
I'm in the middle.
Everything that goes
I mean, it's either or. There's no middle. You can't stop. You can't stop before we get there. You gotta keep going, dude. It's either you're in or you're out.
You're right about that. You can't.
Yeah, you can't stop.
So the terms are: it's the number 3 pick and the number 105 pick for the Texans, and the Cardinals get the 12th pick, the 33rd pick, so second round pick, the 2024 first, and 2024 third.
So only one first rounder outside of the pick swap this year.
Yeah, so the pick swap this year, and then they give up the second round pick first next year. Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right, I thought it was just me. Like reading this information and just hearing how they said it, it was a little confusing for it. But you're telling me Will Anderson is going to be that good. But we see it all the time. Hashtag Carson Wentz. We traded the farm for him. Yeah, okay. So the way Rap Sheet wrote it compared to how it was up on the board is totally different. But a 4th round pick and a 1st round pick is really what it was. Because the first switch is you don't sell the farm. That's a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd. But yeah, so now the other part with it is the Cardinals are essentially taking this year. This year does not matter at all.
They also gave Kyler Murray that massive deal, right? Years ago.
So that's the other thing the Ravens are worried about, and we'll talk about the Ravens later. But with them, the Cardinals, you gave him the massive deal, and he came. I'm not doing this. Steven, you're just standing there.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So my story. The pick exam for the Texans.
Who do you think it is?
I think, man. Who's their quarterback? Do they have one?
For the Cardinals?
No.
The Colts. No.
Oh, no.
No.
Garoppolo?
Garoppolo's in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
That was also a good trade. You only had to trade a 5th round pick to get stuff.
I would say Will Levis.
So that's what I have on mine. Will
I don't
Levis.
look, dude. Will Levis couldn't start at Penn State. So
Will Levis is at Penn State?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
So all I want to say is look at Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Not saying Will Levis is Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, it was like Jalen Hurts was infinitely better. Anyway, a story I've been trying to do for a while now. A story. You asked about draft parties.
Yes.
I have a story.
Okay.
So I was at Jay Hill's draft party.
Yeah.
Have I told you this story?
No.
So this is 2023. Oh no, 2013. Sorry, this is 2023. 2013. This happened. So it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'm just trying to get to my stories.
I'm choosing Levis. So all of my theories, thoughts, and everything just went out the window. I was not expecting them to go with it because if anyone knows anything about, they said you'll be surprised where Anthony Richardson goes. I was not expecting him to go here, and it reminds me almost of. Do you remember when Bradley Beal got drafted to the Wizards? People are like, what the hell are they doing? This is kind of how I feel about this because he came on the scene this year, and then it seemed as though after the season they just. This man has a 99 athleticism.
Oh, he is 25.
He's 25?
Coming off a torn. Oh, no, that's Hendon Hooker. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
In Tennessee.
No, but out of Florida.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear. I heard about him, but I didn't hear as much about him during the season.
His potential is through the roof.
And for him to go to the Colts, they have the receivers that are there. They have a running back that's there. So they had a team. The only thing that sucks for him is the pressure of the world's really going to be on him. Because they have the Eagles. Is it the Eagles? Who's their coach now? I think it was.
Colts?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not Frank White. He got fired, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Shane Steichen.
Who? Who?
Shane Steichen. He was. I know he was on the Eagles. I just forget if he was offensive defense. He was the offensive coordinator. So
They lost both.
Yeah, because the other one went to the Cardinals. And also, shout out to Cliff Kingsbury, because this man was the head coach of the Cardinals. He said, I'm just going to go overseas with my dude. Stayed over there. And then he said, all right, I'm going to just go chill and get we talk about only in sports, one of the easiest jobs, Smash. One of the easiest jobs. One of the easiest jobs. And just gets to be with Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Like, you just get to be.
That's an analyst. If they lose it, it's not his fault.
No.
He's an analyst. He's in SoCal.
You have called yourself Cam Jackson.
Yeah.
The combination of the two players.
Oh, Cam
What
Lamar
kind of
Jackson.
player
I
are you
was so
going to
confused.
He
be?
does not call himself that, does he? He does not call. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
6'4", 230, 4'4" too.
Wait.
Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
Or
Okay,
deep
so-
shit too. Anyway, my story.
Yes, please. This is the best time
So-
to say it.
Me and Jay Hill lived off campus. We had a nice townhouse. So the draft, obviously Thursday, Friday, Saturday event. And Jay Hill had a lot of visits. Nice beard for one.
Someone looked like Sam.
Had a good amount of visits. Visited the Cowboys a couple times. Falcons, I think, a couple other teams. And he was projected third round, right?
Mhm.
So we had this planned to go to Harrisburg the day after the draft, Saturday. Big party, homecoming type of thing, all that kind of good stuff, right? With the idea that he's gonna be drafted on Thursday, on Friday,
Yeah.
third round. So we had a Thursday we came out and watched together, and then Friday his family came to town. We had probably a couple of my boys were there. We had probably 20 people in our apartment, in our condo, or townhouse, whatever it was. And the third round was chugging along, and the Falcons had back-to-back picks, right, for a span of 5 or 6 picks. And they called him. They're like, "Hey, just so you know, we have these picks. We might take you, so just keep an eye out. Good chance to do. Yada yada yada. Those picks come and go." So Jay Hill's, and then we'd all been drinking. There's only Jordan wasn't drinking, and his mom and dad weren't drinking, and a couple other people weren't. But all of us, everybody else was just 4 or 5 drinks in, just cooking, right? So it's 3 hours long, dude. So the picks come and go, everyone sobers up. And there's 10 picks left in the third round. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to wait for tomorrow. Can't go back to Harrisburg because the point of going back is him being drafted. Exactly. So we had to wait. And then his phone rings. And the Colts are on the clock. And it's 11:15, probably 11:30 almost, give or take, maybe. Probably 11. And his phone rings. And we think it's Colts. We got worked up, Indy, sick. And then his mom's phone rings, and that's his agent. He's on the phone with Carol. Everyone's trying to quiet down and everything. And his mom's like, "No, it's the Seahawks." I'm like, "Oh, word. Wait, the fuck the Seahawks?" All the way on the side of the country. And this is right as the Legion of Boom was taking off.
Yeah.
Right as that was happening. So, his name pops up on the screen, blah blah blah, and just interview after interview, calling the kids coach and talking to this person, and we finally go to the club at midnight or so. Everyone got swagged out. Obviously, your homie just got drafted. Boys, we were. And then by that point, we were all pretty fucked up, anyways. Get to the club. The club was not really a club in college, but get balls down P. Top 5 craziest nights of my life. It's you just get there and you get out of the car, out of the cab at the time, and everyone's just yo, what's up? Dude, place went nuts.
Oh, I know they did.
Went nuts. Because he was the first Penn State player drafted.
I was going to ask, yeah, so that's a huge thing. So everyone was probably watching it, and everyone knew.
And obviously, when we went back to Harrisburg the next day, it was pretty lit as well, obviously.
See, look, you got your story in, and you still got time to spare. Because the Seahawks are on the clock. Look at how that works out.
What are the Seahawks going to do? Whatever, the Seahawks going to do.
So we always talk about our degeneracy habits and things of that nature. And I think there's two things I want to bring up. One, I want to end up saying, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but the Raptors received permission to interview Becky Hammond.
Oh, wow.
So yes, it's a different sport, but I thought that was kind
That's
of something that was big. Another thing, I don't know if people remember this, but months ago we interviewed a company called Mojo. That was kind of like the stocks of sports and stuff like that. I really wish they had this in Maryland because they've added so many new like gambling tactics that you can invest/bet. Anthony Richardson is going to go to the Colts like 30 cents, and as it gets closer and it thinks it's going to happen, like the stock will rise, you can cash out. They also have like the win percentage of a team winning, and you can end up cashing out some. And then you can end up going, then you can invest in certain people and not sponsored. We just had them on the show, but then you can invest in them, and if they get drafted higher, like the stock go up, you can cash out whenever you want to. So that was one thing. I was saying all that because I wanted to get to the real thing. And for anyone that's looking at it and isn't going to listen to it later, I have on a soccer jersey. Normally do this at times, but today was one of those days. Oh, shoot, today was a great day. I don't know how this happened. But I did a bet on the game that happened today. So it's Tottenham against Manchester United. For a lot of people that know me, I love Marcus Rashford. So my thing was a plus 727 odds. And I had Marcus Rashford to score anytime goal, Marcus Rashford to have one or more shots on target, Harry Kane to have one or more shots on target, and Bruno Fernandes to have an assist. Well, it happened. And so I turned, and this is for me, this is a huge thing, turned 80 cents into $6.62. I thought I was on top of the movie.
Keep it going, man.
So that's the thing, because in this account, I only had $4.99. So my account, and I told my friend, I was like, all right, when this money goes, it goes. Well, the shit didn't go, so now we're going to keep going. So now the account's back up there, and I have 2 bets left. Also, the Celtics and the Hawks are playing. There goes Will Levis. That's 2 quarterbacks drafted in the top 4 picks. We had that happen before.
Don't need one. Detroit doesn't need one. Vegas doesn't need one. Atlanta doesn't need one. Chicago. Atlanta. They need one.
Atlanta. Desmond Ritter and then the homie Tail Heineke's back there. They might still draft.
I think they echo.
The Seattle Seahawks Devin Henderson, quarterback, Illinois.
They went up for that. But that adds to, so I'll give my thoughts to start. One, look at their squad. You can tell a lot by the different people in a person's squad. CeeDee Lamb had a funny group. But with this one, he's a good height, I would say, 6 foot. You're not going to get your 6'3". Those don't come around all the time. But they're so young at cornerback. It is great. Is that Christian Gonzalez? But it's really good to end up seeing another young one. The corner, their secondary is good, and they have to try and add again from that looks like Tyler. What the hell? That's a big dude.
Big boy.
God damn. Shit.
That is a big boy.
But they're also, I got to give them props. 5 picks in the first hour, but what are your thoughts on this pick? And I'll look up the depth that they have there.
He was good. I don't know. I'm a homer, so I think Joey Porter Jr. is a better corner, but JP Jr. has more size and length, and I think he can probably cover more. But Witherspoon was great. All Big Ten.
I was going to say, you saw him.
Yeah. He did not play Illinois, but he did really good against Michigan late in the season. I watched that game, so I can't say I watched a lot of Illinois football this year, but yeah, he was solid. So he's a really good player. I mean, I think Joey Porter is a better corner, but it is what it is.
Only thing that
I think that also play.
Dude, well, they probably got the machine right there, so them things are probably hot off the press. But yeah, only glaring thing I did notice, he only had 5 interceptions in 42 games. That's here or there, but yeah, he's quick. Yeah. He had 11 tackles for loss, it said. as well. But we'll see. Last year they just talked so much about those two
Oh shit,
cornerbacks.
he's also first team All-Americans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't hear the same buzz this year as we did last year. Like with Sauce Gardner and then who was that? Sertan?
Yeah.
Or
No, that was year before.
it was Sauce Gardner and there was somebody else that was up there. But the way that they talked about those picks compared to this year, totally different. Like last year, you knew Sauce was going to be definitely up there. You didn't even know that much about Tariq Woolen unless you studied football. But back there, now they have, remember, Jamal Adams is there. They have Mike Jackson, and then they have Tariq Woolen. They have Quandre Diggs. Wait.
They still have Jamal Adams?
Yeah, he didn't leave.
He was out, what, like,
He's injured, though. I will say that.
out all last season?
No, he got injured in, I would say, the early part of the season, but not the whole season.
So he had 14 pass breakups last season, 7 Whitaker did. And since Kalen King had 20?
Really?
Kalen King's going to be top 10 pick next year.
Stingley. So Stingley
Wow,
went,
Dave Stingley.
yeah, to the Texans, and then Sauce Gardner went the next pick to the Jets.
And defensive player of the year, or defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, in the next one, they were all not bad on the cornerbacks last year because Trent McDuffie went to the Chiefs. We see how that worked out.
By the way, it is 27-26 Knicks, or Celtics, sorry, over the Hawks, 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
You said Celtics over the Hawks?
Yeah, 27-26.
That was a shot. I saw that, and it was wild because I was watching that game. Also, Jimmy Butler did push off with that script story.
Yeah.
But that shot and then Jimmy Butler's shot. When Trae Young is made for those big time moments, and I'm like, why are you giving him space?
Speaking of Trae Young, he had 10 points in the first quarter.
So I guess they had Khair Elam also. They had a bunch of cornerbacks that went last year in the top 32, but they just haven't talked. Oh, there's a trade. The Cardinals came back. Yeah, the Cardinals traded because number 6 was the Lions. So the Lions traded back to the 12. So this pick has been traded twice now because this is originally the Texans pick, not this one. But the Cardinals had 3. They traded with the Texans. Then they just traded now with this one. So the Lions traded back, which means the Lions would rather have the draft capital than trade now. And fun fact for everyone, the Lions are not the same Lions as they used to be. Because old Lions
Not
were
your grandpa's
definitely,
Lions.
huh?
Not your grandpa's Lions.
No, not anymore. Like this Lions team, they'll win this one. The Cardinals, I don't know who the heck that they think they're.
This isn't what I wanted to.
No, we have a brand new one.
Where'd you tweet that at?
I tweeted and then I added the We Got Next. I was trying to do like super fast on the fly.
Waiting for a more considered approach to electric vehicles and the experience that comes with it. The first ever all-electric RZ. This is electric, powered by Lexus.
Rumor has it you're considering a trade
Like,
from the booth for the ball.
Thanks, Sushi.
Nikki, I'm always looking for the best
No,
opportunity to watch.
I think that really depends on the day. There's sometimes I'll eat sushi, but I'm not gonna have sushi every single day. I also don't like the crab that can be in sushi when it's the sushi with a K. Only like crab with a K.
Sushi, no. No chance, dude. No chance.
Do you eat sushi?
Absolutely.
Oh, so I said all that for nothing.
Yeah, I just want to see what you were doing. I got one for you. Harris Johnson Jr. at number 6. From the Ohio State University.
But do they need?
Not even the biggest left tackle, not even the biggest tackle on the team. The right tackle. Who's the fucking right tackle? He was a gigantic human. Oh man. What is his name?
They must really love
Oh
this
man.
draft.
What's
Bro.
his right tackle's name?
clearly,
I'm looking it up.
and the rest of that group that celebrated shows
Kel Beecham.
No, from the from Ohio State.
Oh, you're talking about the other dude
Yeah,
that we saw.
yeah. What's his name? Not the one Jones. He was last year. Oh man, when you see it, don't tell me. Tell me what it begins with. Shit. Something is happening.
You want me to tell you? Or
What's
no?
speaking with
A D?
DeJuan Jones?
Yes.
Oh, so I was right. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Ask him every time.
I don't know why I confuse these two. So I gotta look up what this compensation is too.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Paris Johnson Jr., Ohio State.
Well, we all know what he said.
And he's a big boy.
That's a Ohio State. That's his girl for, I don't know, a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
Because he gonna do this. Oh, they're the coach.
One day you suck. Maybe one of my least.
He doesn't look that big. Who's that dude? Because he doesn't
That
look.
might be the left tackle from Northwestern.
Okay, because I was like, my man didn't look that big
He's
compared to
slim.
He is. It's a clean suit too.
Yep. Big boy though. Who's this guy? Holy shit.
Who the heck is that? Also, it's dope how they just change people out that'll be over there. Because in the beginning it was just like some random dude.
What do you think about the hats this year? Hats are always different each year.
The hats are not bad.
I like them to go kind of like an old school look.
Yeah. I like the mirror look that they added. They're adding little different things, kind of having like the camera in the mirror or something on the other side.
Yeah.
Because you get to see them putting it on. I still would not be there, but if y'all want to be there, enjoy your time. Be my guest. All right, so we're gonna reset the room for everyone that's listening. I'm gonna ask Steven the draft picks that have happened so far and his thoughts. So number one, we of course know was Bryce Young. What are your thoughts on that one?
What Bryce Young?
Yeah, him in general, or even like the pick for the Panthers.
I just don't like his size. Like, Drew Brees was small, but Drew Brees was like just a natural, like really great quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bryce Young can be, but I just don't like his size. His mobility is solid, but I don't think it's anything over the top. I think he'll be fine. I think they need to put the right system around him, and give him weapons and obviously protect him and everything. But if he takes a couple hits, someone I think it was Merrill Hodge. You know Merrill Hodges?
Yeah.
Former NFL running back. He's on the Dan Patrick Show, and
Hold up, Merrill Hodge. That's the old ESPN dude.
Yep. By the way, him and Roger Worski did a show called Edge NFL Matchups every Sunday morning, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was great.
You said NFL what?
It was NFL Matchup.
Yes, I used
They
to
would
watch
break
that.
down film. Oh,
Yes, I love that.
fantastic.
That's honestly how I understand football as much as I do.
Yeah. What was I talking about?
I asked you about the number one pick.
They need to put some talent around him and everything. Bryce Young. But I think he'll be fine. I don't think he's going to be spectacular, but I think he's super talented. I think he's super talented, so he'll figure it out. But they just got to help him.
Also, Goodell got to be a tall dude himself. I mean, it's cool. So number two was CJ Stroud. What are your thoughts on that one?
I think he'll probably be the best of the quarterbacks that are going to be taken in the first round, where I expect to go, I guess. I think he has the best natural ability. I know we had, I said before, I know we had some elite wide receivers, but still got to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Still got to, read a defense. I don't really care what like his test scores are. I don't care what he says. I don't care if people go to his birthday party, anything like that. But like, can you throw the ball into a very tight window with a dude in your face on 3rd and 8? Like, yes or no? And I think he's the best of the quarterbacks that can do that. He's big. He's not mobile, but he can extend the pocket. He's not going to break down and run. Maybe like Bryce Young would, or like Richardson would, or Will Levis will. So I think he can be the best passer of them. But again, same thing. You got to protect him. They have Larry Tunsil. So you got to give him talent. Put some guys around him and keep drafting well. But I think he'll be the best of the bunch. I think Richardson has the most upside. Based on what he can do with his legs, which would be great because they'll Jonathan Taylor and him in the same backfield. Run the RPO. No one's going to be able to figure that out.
No, if he can throw it even a little bit.
Like, they just built this?
So they built this part on the outside. I was telling everyone.
Are they just like a barn?
That's really what happened. The outside they built because they were saying they put in the finishing touches on. The other thing looks like a legit building that was there.
It's like barn looking thing in there.
This, yeah. With the humans, the people, they're in a barn looking thing.
Yeah.
But the celebrities, they're in an actual standing building. Like, they would be able to still put this on regardless, or we'll let us each other for a long time.
I mean, couldn't start at Penn State. And Michelle Clipper had basically the same.
See, that's crazy. Number 3 was Will Anderson.
What
are your thoughts on Will Anderson?
I think he's probably the best defensive player in the draft. Well, not probably. He is the best defensive player in the draft. And I said this about Michael Parsons when he came out. If the situation was right in the draft, he could have gone number 1. Depending on the team needs, but I think he's going to be just fine as well. And he's not. He might have been a better. I don't know about a better college prospect coming out, just based on the fact that he adjusted by the Texans. Coming out like Jadavion Clowney. He can probably drop the coverage more.
No, that's too many people.
Yeah. I mean, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? Why are they there?
So before you keep going, I'm going to tell everybody.
I'll take that.
Huh?
I'll take that.
They released it.
They're so far away though. Yo! Bro, I thought that was like right across the street.
No.
I thought that was.
But they could probably hear it from there.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, and I was going to tell everybody, what is the difference between you going to this event and you playing bingo? All you're doing at both is just listening for a name or a number.
Well, I thought that was directly.
You really thought it was? It looked close. And then, so Anthony Richardson, Steven knows more than I do on Anthony Richardson, but I'm curious as to how that ends up going for him. And then the pick after that was Weatherspoon, which we got your thoughts on, and then we just had Paris Johnson Jr. So then the Raiders. Do you have thoughts, or do you have insight or source intel as to who it is? My opinion, yeah.
Let me get my pizza first.
Okay. So the choices that I had, well, they might choose a cornerback, D tackle, offensive guard, D line, or tight end. I'm saying Christian Gonzalez. That was just out of a hat. Well, they went with the D line, which was something that they needed.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, so that's who was wearing the suit. Yeah. God dang, my man, them glasses are big too. That's what I was saying. Yeah, he said, looking like someone's coming to go hunting. My man. So Terry Wilson, that's another one. This kind of pick reminds me, I'm pretty sure it was Marcus Davenport. Marcus Davenport got picked by the Saints. Let me make sure that this is true before I end up telling you guys this. But that's it. Solid. Yeah, it was Marcus Davenport. Is he the one from? Oh, so, yep, he is. So that's right. Marcus Davenport was picked by the Saints in 2018, and this kind of has a similar feel to it. They both were defensive players, D line. I didn't know that much about Tyree Wilson. God dang, these people are big. But Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech. So they're both kind of they are from the South. He had good numbers last year too. Um, but then also with that, so I said Tyree Wilson gives me a feel. Do you remember when Marcus Davenport was picked by the Saints? Yes. It gives me a similar feel because I didn't know that much about Marcus Davenport, and they jumped up for him. And that's what I'm saying. So you have Texas Tech that doesn't play as much defense.
Look at that. Look at that.
Do you go to this place a lot?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Galliano's? Yeah, Galliano's Italian restaurant. Like, shout out to Galliano's Italian restaurant in Nicolaus.
That's not a sponsor, but if you want to,
Yeah.
if you want to sponsor,
They have the
$10 million and we'll accept it.
so tragically, my old pizza joint. It's called JNP Pizza.
Mom and pop shop sounds
Yeah,
like.
shout out. They had similar pizza, like a New York style pizza, and they closed shortly after COVID. But I was there like during the summer. We get pizza probably like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
That was my spot, so I need to find. You got Lido's, right?
Lido's?
Yeah. Pizza. I don't really like it that much. But you can't say that too loud to people in Maryland.
No, because they love it.
It's kind of sweet, and I don't know how many slices I'm eating of that shit.
Yeah. That's a square pizza.
It's not bad. Like, I mean, pizza is pizza, bro. So I will eat any kind of I'm a cheese guy. Cheese pizza. You get toppings?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
What you get?
I'll get like mushrooms, peppers. Rare times I would do some sort of sausage, spinach.
Ew. Dude, all I heard was spinach. That's nasty. That is nasty.
Falcons. So with this one, so I had two. With the Falcons, I really think they're just going to go defense. This could be a really homer pick, but I'm saying Jalen Carter. It's in the backyard. Only thing is, would you want Jalen Carter to be here after the situation stuff that happened? Debatable, but I said here either Tyree Wilson, which you got picked, and then the other one was Jalen Carter.
I forgot about Jalen Carter.
Yeah, so the needs for them are DN, wide receiver, cornerback, quarterback, D tackle.
He's another guy you're putting on number one. Right?
Carter?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I think that they should do defense. It would make no sense. Receivers are going to be there. They also had Drake London, just give it time. They also have Kyle Pitts, give it time. Quarterback, I don't know. Do you want to risk it this year with the quarterback or just wait till next year? Whereas you're going to have the quarterbacks that they're saying, generational quarterbacks that are there, and two of them, May and
Pickman, yeah.
and Caleb.
So it's all about going tank for that thing.
Look, this is the one sport where you can tank, and ain't nobody really care. If you tank in basketball, everyone's concerned, worried, questioning. Tank in football,
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
There's too many games.
So two things. One, in basketball, if it happens, you're not even guaranteed the number one pick.
Yeah.
They're pressed about you tanking.
Pistons were by far the worst team in the league and had by far the worst record in the league.
And they cared more about the Mavericks than they did about the Pistons tanking or whatever it might be. But here in football, yo, the Lions can lose every. I know, gamble, you can't be that bad. Lose every single game.
I mean,
You're telling me none of that is tanking ass.
Browns lost. Yeah, the Browns lost, what, 16 games?
Well, on the bright
Yeah.
side, new customers in Bundle save with Progressive save over 20% on average.
Yeah, this pizza is so fucking good.
How would you describe Chipotle food?
I say real because we cut it off fresh every day, and I think for me that makes food real. We do it by hand, so it's real. Oh yeah, no.
Rise and shine with GMFB.
That was fun to watch.
Now, did you watch a good amount of
And a whole lot of fun.
Tyree Wilson, or did you know about him that much?
I knew about him, yeah. But no, I never watched the Big 12 defense.
What's wild is I didn't. Only Texas Tech player I watched, there were two, and they were both by accident. Patrick Mahomes, and you could kind of tell even back then that he was going to be legit. And then Michael Crabtree. And I forget who Michael Crabtree's quarterback was back then. But
Grant Harrell.
Yeah, Grant Harrell. He was old too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's good. Probably he's top 3 or 4 all time in college football straight passing yards.
Really?
Yeah, like 15,000 passing yards.
But they had that air raid offense or whatever it was.
Like before it was.
Yeah, it was like sling that shit. Just it doesn't matter how it happens. Just get it down the field. Who do you think the Falcons choose?
I would go defense. I don't think they're going to draft Jalen Carter. I mean, maybe they should. I'm going to say Jalen Carter.
Oh, nice.
Nah. I hate when they do this shit. I hate this.
What's wild is a mock draft that we have actually has them choosing John Robertson.
I'm joined by Chris and Shane from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kansas City. Chris and Shane are a true testament to the power of mentorship. The NFL and its teams work closely with Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. As part of our
So this draft is kind of funny because the mock had Bryce Young going 1. Number 2 is Will Levis. I mean, they chose a quarterback, so you kind of got it right. Number 3, they had the Cardinals choosing Will Anderson. They kind of got it right because he went number 3. Number 4 is CJ Stroud. They kind of got it right. They took the quarterback. They're just choosing not the right players. Number 5, Tyree Wilson. They got that one wrong. Number 6, Devin Witherspoon. What? Hey, come on, man. Say the damn thing.
NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson.
They got it spot on.
Wow.
That's a. So all I'm gonna say is, if you have any type of fantasy football selections,
Sorry. Oh man.
was she in his corner?
No, I think that was Artesia's wife.
Oh, the
Yeah,
blonde.
Huh? Blonde?
The blonde.
Old blonde? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was
Okay, I was like,
his hair's kind of goofy.
oh, that's what I meant to say.
What's up
So
there?
I'm not gonna say who, but I know he'll listen to this later on. I was at a cookout last weekend, and it was pouring down rain, but we had a talk. We were just talking about like different playoff games and stuff like that. And I was like, "Yo, have you been watching like Memphis?" He said, "I haven't really been watching Memphis that much, but yeah, they're all right. They're not bad." And then I said, "What are your thoughts on like Dylan Brooks?" You know, I never cared about Dylan Brooks before. Like he was just there, decent at Oregon. All I remember is he's ugly.
Yeah. I've said that so many
I
times.
was
Dude.
like, yeah, I really.
That's
tell
the
this
first
to
thing that comes to
Steven
mind when I see him.
that
The
yeah,
first thing comes to
I
mind.
was like, damn. And this is like different people walked 2 different walks of life staying there. But anyways, back to this pick. If you play any type of fantasy football at all, go with Bijan Robinson. I say that because what do the Falcons really have? They have a good wide receiver. They have a good tight end. This man will get the ball. Whoever is in the backfield currently right now for the Falcons, no offense, don't mean anything anymore.
No.
It's just going to be straight him.
He's all American.
Yes. And for you to say, like, a 3-down back, you know how tough a 3-down legit back is to come across. And then for him to be able to, he can catch it too off the backfield.
He's no Saquon Barkley, but
No, but he was another one that was a lot of talk. And probably since he first stepped foot in college, like they talked about him a lot. Robinson.
yeah.
Like even when Texas, because there was a point where Texas was not shit. Essentially,
You still have Bijan Robinson.
Huh?
You still have Bijan
You
Robinson.
still have Bijan.
Yo.
In Philly, they call that a tomato pie.
That is that is fucked up.
Yeah, so they just showed it right there. He caught, yes, most of the running backs catch a wheel route, but this man caught it in the middle of the field. And that was something that was big. But yeah, so only 3 of them. The other thing, I was talking to someone at work today, and he's a Commanders fan. He was like, he's going to be watching it like from afar. But I said, who do you want them to pick? And he said, anything but a quarterback. I was like, you don't want a quarterback? No, we don't want a quarterback. He wants the tight end out of Iowa, which I said, I mean, you never could go wrong with an Iowa tight end. And then he was saying they had Kittle, they had Hawkinson, and then they had Font. I didn't know that Kittle was an Iowa one.
Dallas Clark. Or him?
You can just keep going with them.
Yeah. I hate Iowa.
And that just shows you. So certain schools are good at certain positions.
Yeah,
Iowa's just good at tight end. It doesn't matter when.
Ohio State receivers.
Yes, some receivers, you know they're going to be something when they turn out. Even right now, like you have Garrett Wilson. Where did Harrison go? Not junior. Senior.
Syracuse?
Okay.
No, that's not right. No. Don't tell me.
I know down here that one.
Let me know when you find out.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah? Word. Fuck yeah. What's up, Brian?
What that we traded?
No boy.
It can't be for the running back. But for you to trade,
I would say.
Go ahead.
Joey Porter Jr. Corner from the state.
Look, we did that once, and he's not even on our team anymore. We are not choosing another Penn State person because he's not going to be on our team anymore. I'm normally wrong about these things because my luck ran out when I flipped 80 cents into $7 essentially. But if I had to choose, I'm just saying offensive line. Like, we really just need to do what the Cowboys did and just call it a day. There were some rumors that we were going to try and pick the running back from Bama Graham. I don't think.
Are we behind?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
You want to know who the Eagles picks? I know.
What's
You'll
that?
like it. You'll appreciate this.
No. We're live,
Yeah.
but it's just a little behind live.
I know who they say.
Yeah, because my man in the beginning, he said, I forget which pick it was. One of the picks you said it before it came on the screen. And he made it seem like it was his source. His source was just, we were behind. I was like, all right.
The Eagles traded up from 10 to 9. They just created a 4th-round pick in next year's draft to do this. It's all it cost them. And the question is, what is the this? And all we know is have the Super Bowl ended differently. The reception that you're receiving right here on the line of their pick would be slightly different.
Yeah, not bad, right?
We might as well just be the University of Georgia. Like the Philadelphia Bulldogs.
Not bad.
But you got both of them? That is 2 big dudes. So you're not going to need Fletcher Cox anymore. You're not going to need.
Getting old too.
Yeah. Jalen Carter. That's a good pick.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, Georgia.
So last year, the Eagles moved up a couple spots and Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Big boy. Rosenhaus.
Yo, he is getting dumb money.
Yeah.
Rosenhaus. And I bet you that's not his only client that he has there. He's probably like, all right, you good? Let's go over to the next one.
Fun. Good night. Deuces. Rosenhaus.
He's getting old, too.
I mean, shit, dude. That been decent, I think?
Right? They do look like it low-key. But he's not even that big, or Drew Rosenhaus is a bigger guy.
6'3".
Who?
Jalen Carter. Not that big. I mean, who did they get last year? What's his name? The guy from Bama. Jalen. Kid from Bama last year. Or the Georgia they got last year. Eagles.
Jordan Davis.
Yes.
So you have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, and then Nakobe Dean.
Yeah.
This is going to go one or two ways. This defense is going to be really good, or then Bulldogs players Do not transfer to the NFL. I will say, as much like back in the day shit like Drew Rosenhaus might get or how annoying it could be, he does try and protect his clients and like put him in the, I think for him, it was smart for Drew Rosenhaus to be Jalen Carter's client.
Oh,
He did it?
Yikes, that's embarrassing.
You know they're gonna look at that too.
You gotta go his dad first.
You know his character's gonna be questioned because he didn't acknowledge to shake his hand. Well, Philly, we just take them off.
First team AP All-American. Sheep.
Is that a shammer? But look, he's shaking all their hands. No, you didn't shake the one hand that mattered.
Man, people.
Hey, they had some sort of handshake over there too. I don't know what type of handshake it was.
He looks bigger than he's 14.
I am really looking forward to this when this defense comes to fruition, if it ever does. Because them two. Okay, so now we're at the point of there's no Pittsburgh picks, there's no Philly picks. I don't really care about the Titans. So I can say my story. I can finally say how honored and happy I am for this day because I told Steven I'm gonna wait on my season tickets until the draft. I gotta see if they end up drafting quarterback or not. And the Ravens signed Lamar Jackson. Do I agree with the money? No, but in this day and age, that's not. Damn, it got dark there quick. It looked like I thought it was just daylight there. It's dark here,
But
but
an hour and a half back, right? Or an hour back?
yeah.
Eagles defense as well. There's a lot going on here with Jalen Carter. Did not sound like the Georgia coaches were overly complimentary of the performance that he put on, mostly in practice and off the field this past season at Georgia. What the Eagles do is they take the talent, believing that they have the infrastructure, believing they have the culture to get the best out of them.
I'm assuming he's talking there.
They got a couple of young Georgia guys who know Carter very well.
Oh,
T-Dale.
He wasn't even on the phone anymore. He was like, hey, talk to him.
It's like, no.
He wasn't even on the phone. I mean, they have a bunch of question marks now. Look at this.
By the way, I believe the commissioner said earlier that he had 2 pre-planned handshakes this evening, and it felt clear that Jalen Carter was one of them right there. So, Howie Roseman, the reason why,
yeah, that wasn't that much of a handshake. But they signed him to a big ass contract. I was joking with one of my friends before I got here, and I said that was such a petty boots move to just say, "Oh, Jalen Hurts signed for $255 million.
Yeah,
let's just go 6 million more." So you didn't have to. What work did you have to do? What work did Lamar have to do? What work did the Ravens have to do? Nothing. They had Jalen Hurts' agent do it all. Huh?
Just sit back and wait.
Yeah, but the other big part about that is, with them signing him, they have Odell Beckham. It doesn't really matter if Odell performs or not. It's kind of like Cristiano Ronaldo going to Saudi Arabia for his team. With him going to Saudi Arabia, they knew that he would just go to seats. Having Lamar now, having Odell Beckham now, and if the Baltimore Ravens should only do one thing, they have 2 choices. They can either get DeAndre Hopkins, or they can end up getting a wide receiver with their pick. If they do either one of those, they fulfill all of Lamar Jackson's wishes, and we'll see what ends up happening. They have running backs, so it's going to have to stay healthy. I also don't think any of the running backs have needs anymore. But now you have tight end, so everything should be great. Tickets should be going through the roof there. If we can make the playoffs, get a home playoff game, you will not hear shit from me. Oh, Michael Parsons is on draft night.
Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report. Yeah, that's a dope lineup that they have. Who's the host of it though?
Who are the guys on there?
They have Calais Campbell, Michael Parsons, AJ Brown, Kirk Cousins. You know that's a nice little check they got too.
Yeah. Travis Kelce or Jason Kelsey's checking beers.
They didn't even show it.
Bears.
There's some other options.
I don't even know.
Their defense.
Darnell Wright, offensive tackle.
Oh, that's right, too. I mean, I guess it helps. I'm winning,
Yeah, big boys around.
bro. You know he knows how to protect, and he was going to be big. The whole family gonna make sure y'all good.
Yeah, you gotta be quiet. It's lying.
So,
Damn, look at those numbers.
oh, he was protecting Hooker, but 6'5", 300 plus.
Yeah, I guess it's a ball. I don't even know this shit.
Once I see this Tennessee pick,
It's so weird.
if I was Justin Fields, the first question I would say is, are you going to protect me better than you protect the Hooker? Because I can't be getting no injuries like that. And if you can't answer that question for me, we drafted the wrong person. Yeah. Oh, so what are your thoughts? I don't know how much you talked about it, but DJ Moore, being over there, they have another wide receiver, but I don't think anybody cares to play for
We're talking about
Chicago.
Oh,
So you have them.
well, this
you have
helps.
Khalil Herbert.
This helps. Drafting a tackle.
The Bears have a good team on paper.
501 at 6'5", 333.
That is a big dude running.
That is quick. I think you just gotta protect Justin Fields. I mean, you saw what they can do when they do protect him.
Yeah.
They have the offensive line. Who's your running back?
Khalil Herbert. They got rid of Montgomery, which sucks because back in the day I said Montgomery would be one of the best players in that draft. That didn't happen. He did have some moments.
Just some. Yeah, and that division is kind of wide open now. I mean, the Vikings are probably the best team, I would say. Now
You know, you're right.
Now that
A-Rod is gone. But yeah, because you
what are
have.
you doing?
I feel like it's a cooler commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, still has the ice. It still holds ice.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't.
Hats off to you.
If I have to open it, and my whole thing's gonna be dirty or burnt. What? Unless it's lifetime warranty and I can just get a new one. What does that matter? My whole thing is destroyed. Yep.
So you're still pulled up.
Yeah.
House on fire? Sorry, my beer's
It's
still cold.
my beer's still cold.
Fuck you guys.
What does that do? Like,
What was the question before?
Bears.
No.
No, it was the Bears who were talking about the division.
Oh, yeah.
Bears, Vikings.
Vikings are probably the best, right? I would say.
They're not even that much better. Like, you
Not,
see how
not,
they
not by much.
look what happened to them in the playoffs.
Right. Not by much. The Vikings. The Lions. Playing number 2. And the Packers and the Bears can fight out for number 3. I would say. But I think it's gonna be like 10 wins, maybe 11 wins, depending on how the Vikings offense, does the same thing as they did last year. With Justin Jefferson and the monster game in Buffalo.
Yo, they picked up his option, and he's gonna set the market for the wide receivers.
Sure is.
I think he'll set the market over there. I'm curious as to when these tight ends start getting contracts, how that goes, because there's a couple of good ones, but they're not at the same level as Justin Jefferson reset the market. Jamar Chase will reset the market. That's going to be a market I want to continue to watch. Running back market, they kind of have a cap on that one. But if Jefferson or Chase or any of these young ones can ever put up 2,000 yards, for those that are wondering what happens when we're not sleeping sometimes, Steven gets very enamored by these commercials.
Yeah, I hate commercials for that reason. So we'll save one. Hold out for now.
Yeah.
So he gets new
You're
contract.
good.
He's not going to reset the market, but he'll probably get something that he
But they have like a certain cap on that, the running backs. But like the quarterback, I don't know if you can ever get a hold on that market.
You need to cap it at like $300 or something.
I do think so. And then nobody can ever go over it. Oh, they just went up one pick.
there. He is the new general manager, celebrating his first draft choice.
Mike Graves.
Smiles all around. 7th overall pick right now, as the Titans in a rare position of missing
Lost 7
playoffs in the
games to
AFC
end the
South,
2022 season.
which
That's
the
it.
Jaguars
I'm
won.
gonna say, you know who one of the people is they had?
Straight up, there's
Um,
Daniel Jeremiah's
ooh.
Best of L, presented by.
I could see them taking.
So I don't know if these picks kept cool or
Oof.
remain hot. I don't
So
know.
is what's name still gonna be their quarterback?
Well, I'm hoping there's some soup
Tannehill.
No.
Very good.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Hell no. Oh, that could be one. Because Levis is still there.
Who's the quarterback? Isn't it?
Tannehill's the starter. Malik Willis is behind him. We're talking about the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't believe in Willis. I clearly don't believe in Willis. And then, what was it? Josh Dobbs, I think, that started the playoff game. And they were like, I can't believe how this happened. What the hell do you think? My man started that one game in the playoffs. You thought he was going to be the second coming to end up letting them do something. Okay, this is going to get me mad every single time. I am not just going to stand out there in the dark to listen
It's
for
fucking dark, dude.
It's
Go home.
dark.
Go home.
What are you doing?
Go home, dude.
You're not getting an autograph. You're just going to tell your family, you know, I just stood up there and listened to. You can't even see. I know damn well I had bad eyesight, but y'all cannot see it. And what are you doing? Just waiting for your pick. So after you hear that one name called, you leave.
Yes. I mean, well, first of all, I wouldn't even go. Like, look, no one is moving.
You're not moving.
No one's moving from any of their spots right now.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't. That's one of the events if they ever said, hey, I have free tickets to go stand. Or do you want to go? No. I have free tickets to go sit front row. Are you going? No. Because I'm not getting nothing free. I'm going to just sit there.
If you're in the middle, you're not getting out.
Where do you go? Do you drive there? Do you walk there? How do you even get there? I say quarterback. No
left tackle.
line. So you're saying that Ryan Tannehill is your quarterback?
Usually, well,
Yes. I didn't even choose this one. So this also lets you know that Levis is not going 12 because the Lions don't need one. Levis is not going 13. I don't think the Packers need one. You did all that to get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
no way.
Only thing, so 13, the Patriots. I was talking with Tiana, so one of our friends is a Patriots fan, and I was talking to her about how it's going to be Mac Jones because they really haven't made any moves, but they were saying that they don't have full belief in Mac Jones. The only pick coming up that
They're not taking quarterbacks.
Exactly. So that means Levis is not going to the Patriots. Levis is not going to the Jets. Could he go to the Commanders? He could, but they were believing in Howell. So then if he doesn't go to the Commanders, he's not going to the Steelers. He's not going to the Lions. Is it the Bucks? That's really, if you look at this whole board, there's only one, maybe two teams he can go to. He's not going to the Cowboys, not going to the Giants, not going to the Jags, not going to the Vikings, not going to the Ravens, not going to the Chargers. The Seahawks are fine. They just gave him that money. Also, that's the smallest Skoronski probably was.
Skoronski, what a name though, right?
That is such a Northwestern type of name. Bro, they said he has more athleticism according to Next Gen than some of these D linemen and stuff. Oh, Levis, you're going to be chilling there for a second. You and the Blondies are all going to be there together because nobody else is there with you right now, my God.
Who's your quarterback?
Bucks. It might be the Bucks. If he's going to fall,
Baker Mayfield.
You're telling me you're believing in Baker Mayfield for the long run.
I forgot about that. Yeah. One quarterback on their roster.
Yeah, please tell us, Ian, because y'all
Kyle
was all
Trask and Baker Mayfield is the quarterback on their roster. Said who?
Who? I don't think. Yeah. You said that.
sound like the Bucks liked him in the first round.
Oh.
Seattle, I'd be surprised.
Dude,
He's falling. And that's what sucks when they think they also hyped him up so much. That's what's wild because they were making it seem like he was going in the top 5 almost, and they did all those videos and stuff. Then last minute they said, "And here comes Anthony Richardson. Let's end up going here."
The Detroit Lions select Jameer Gibbs, running back.
Oh, wow.
Alabama.
That's a loaded room.
Shit.
I'm looking at Jack Danford of NFL Network Research. I don't even know the last time that happened. It was Fournette and McCaffrey in
Who is she?
2017. Look at you already having that. What do you know about this young man from Alabama going to Detroit?
That's early.
It's really early, but they have a loaded backfield too because they have. I don't even. Normally, I like picks. I don't know how much I like this one for them because you had two picks that you could have used.
Wow. That's that plan. That's why I love the draft, though. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Okay, so they have DeAndre Swift and David Montgomery.
He did good last year, though. Swift.
I
He was
know.
solid.
So someone's not gonna get touches. Who's not getting touches? I mean, I know you have his buddy that's out there, but his buddy's suspended for betting. So I don't really know what should. Yeah. That's
Will Levis is gonna drop.
That's really my thought.
Like, I can't even feel bad for him because he's not that good. Will Levis.
Okay, if we're
And bro,
being
you
real,
could not start at Penn State over Sean Clifford.
they hype.
You have to, like, the situation wasn't, I guess, cut and dry like that. But still, you had opportunities to grab onto that and be the starter. But you fudged it up, and Sean Clifford is, the starter, and you transfer. And he doesn't look that great. He looks like very comparable numbers in college.
I
Last 2 seasons.
personally think, and they talk about this, I think they hyped him up.
He just looks like the guy who's going to play quarterback in a movie.
Yeah.
He's got a cannon, but he's like, it's all like, just like, as hard as you possibly can throw. There's no touch on the ball. There's
No, that was
accuracy is inconsistent.
Paxton Lynch is who I thought of when they hyped him up too.
Jordan Illinois. Hey, Crazy never went to college.
But dude, that Memphis I won't play too.
Bro, I wish I had a yard set bow, like a right lawn mower. It's just so fun to do. My dad had one.
We never yard.
Never let me.
We didn't ever do it. We
My
just
dad
hyped
never
him
let me
up.
ride it though. I tried once. My dad's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get off my lawn."
They take them seriously.
Yeah. What middle-aged white guys?
Anybody.
There.
Riding
My
on
dad had also like the shoes, like the shitty shoes that you wear, get grass all over them. Only wore them.
All right, so here's the question.
Outside
for you.
work.
What type of shoes were they? I just had
New
this
Balance?
conversation earlier.
What New Balance?
What?
My dad's also 6'6", so he had to get it. He had to get them. It was either that. Well, he switched, so he would use the New Balance for the outside work. But like his everyday casual shoe was the Nike Air Monarchs, all white.
I just had this conversation earlier because I was talking to one of my friends about shoes.
Anybody over 50, any male over 50, probably like 45, has that pair. Either the white New Balance, although New Balance isn't like a dad shoe anymore. You gotta fly. But now it's like the Nike Air Monarchs are the dad shoe. Which will, and like my dad would wear jorts as well. My dad would wear jorts. He'd wear long socks, like mid-calf socks, and those shoes, along with like, either a Penn State shirt or like, my dad was a big NASCAR guy, rocking like the Rusty Wallace Miller Lite shirt, with fucking 25 holes in it, cig in his mouth, beer in his hand.
So we talked about this.
Like a vintage turn.
Do you watch NASCAR?
I used to a lot,
Exactly.
a lot, bro. So during the NFL season, we watched a little bit of the Steelers game, commercials for fun NASCAR real quick. Because back in the day, you could flip channels like that.
Mhm.
It wasn't like you had to like. I had Hulu. You had to go back to the menu.
Oh,
You had to go to
look
recent
at
channels.
something.
You had to find the channel you were just on. But like with TV, like you only had what, like 13 channels or something like that. You know, that you actually want. So it's like, boom. So we always ask them all the time, bro. I don't know why.
It's crazy because Steven's two are NASCAR and golf, and then mine will be like soccer and fishing or soccer and lacrosse.
Dude, it was so crazy. You haven't watched that?
Why? Look, stop showing this.
Yeah, this
Because every single, what are you standing there for?
But like, if you're the person right in the middle, like you're not getting out
No.
anytime soon.
And you're just
I maybe see like a couple of different like areas where they can go to, but like, bro, you're not getting out of there anytime soon.
Here's my question for you. What are you doing? Like, you know how you're not listening to music.
I'm just guessing this one. I'm gonna say either Jordan Addison, wide receiver from USC, or Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver from Ohio State.
They need a receiver.
Yeah. Like, why would you do that? Like, I don't understand it. Like, what's the appeal of that? There's not a lot going on. You're not going to see them. You're not going to see the play. Like, so I went to Adam Sandler on last Friday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it was hilarious.
I just watched the movie.
He brought out Kevin James. He's from
Oh,
Queens.
yeah.
That was pretty dope. Big fan of him. He's hilarious too. But anyway, we had floor seats. Shout out to my wife for giving me tickets for my birthday.
You'll like this book.
So we went with friends and we had floor seats, but they had like kind of like this, just like the big LED boards on the side, to like show what's going on. They had that, so I did not even like look at him on the stage, like because you had to like stand up to actually see him on the stage. So I just went to LED boards.
The Green Bay Packers select Lucas Van Ness, defensive end, Iowa.
Wow.
You gotta go too far.
Of course, the white guy's got a nice house and then all that stuff already.
Also, it's funny because in that picture, normally, one is, the brothers that are getting picked. We're like, dang, which one is the girlfriend? Oh, probably that one. But Lucas's situation, I don't really know. They all look the same age at that point. But I was talking to somebody. Can you name one person that doesn't have like that double last name, like Van something, that wasn't really good?
Good point.
Because the Cowboys got
Not many, but yeah. Good point. Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh, just throw that ball away.
There was somebody else named Van Esk or something like that.
Vanderlecht. He's the linebacker from
He plays hockey. And
Lane Vander Esch. The floor. Look at that fresh suit.
it's also funny because they know when the camera's coming on. And like, all right, and clap.
How much do you think that gray suit cost? Before probably like
Oh,
custom made. Look at that
as
shit.
much as more than some people's rent. See, look, which one's the girlfriend, the sister, the cousin? They said, get off of him. Like,
That was so awkward. I can't even begin to tell you how awkward that was to watch.
you gonna tell me what he was doing for the camera?
And he produced, like you said, there's a bit of a hierarchy there. Older players.
Ooh.
This dude's trading up.
You only traded up how many picks?
3 picks.
3.
Come on, Joey Porter Jr. Do it.
Isn't he as good as cornerback or something? No.
14th overall, just made a deal with Pittsburgh. Moved up 3 spots from 17 and forked up a.
Clearly, he's not getting picked anytime soon. We'll love it. Look at that board. Who needs a quarterback? Nobody. If the Patriots move back,
My T. My guy.
I couldn't find him at first because he doesn't have to pay anymore.
Yeah, he was wearing a hat too.
Who's the dude all the way in the back? I know you know him, the black guy with the tan suit.
Mike Taylor.
Yes.
Spiky P.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass forehead too. I know you want to do that.
Yeah. I was like, I know him from somewhere because he's
Oh
another
yeah,
dog.
Al Robinson. Let's go,
Dog. Why
Big dog.
stop showing us it? Look, all those people gotta walk.
bro.
Stop showing us the street because I bet you half of them are going to downtown or the city.
I just don't get like where like you can't go anywhere.
No.
You're there, bro. You are locked in.
Okay, so if
Oh, Pat P too.
you had to, yes, if you had to go there, where would you want to be at?
Home. Okay, if I had to go to Kansas City, if I had to go to the draft,
You had to go to the
well, I'd
draft.
make sure that I was pretty lit to
Mhm.
some degree, whether it's drinking or doing something else. Make sure I'm out of it. I need to be out of it. I need to be on another planet. So like, eat a couple edibles, then a little puff pass, and I'm in there. If I'm sober, ain't no way.
What are you getting from? I'm really so
Some people, I was in the 2023 draft. Yeah, like,
What'd you do?
what did you do? I was sending pictures, trying to crowd people for 4 hours.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're just standing there listening, and they say over 300,000 people went to this. This is why countries overseas question us. We go there. They're like, so with your freedom, you still let me go stand outside and listen for them to call a name?
What day?
One name. What'd you do after that? Oh, we just went back to the hotel.
Went to the bars. Yeah, went back to my hotel.
What'd you celebrate?
It was 11:30.
Oh, because they drafted a player. So you didn't win anything.
No, you didn't do anything.
You paid all your hard-earned
You
money
earned nothing.
to go out there and stand, hear them call a name, and said, all right, I'm going to leave this. You didn't get an autograph. You didn't even see any of the NFL Network people, the ESPN people. None of that.
They're probably, like the NFL Live set right here, NFL Network set. They're probably what, like
They have two.
400 yards away from the stage? 300 yards? I'm really bad with distances. I could be totally wrong, but like 200 yards minimum, maybe 100 yards. I don't know. Maybe
This one didn't look close.
You say Devin Butcher again. Yeah, fine.
He was good too. Where was he from? Prior to
Penn boy. There you go. Duh. Of course, dude. I didn't you. Get another one being drafted this year too. I got serious time. Come on, Joey Porter Jr. Come on.
The New England Patriots have traded
Come on, Joey Porter Jr.
to the Pittsburgh Steelers. With the 14th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, Georgia.
Yeah, this one.
Damn.
Yes, guys.
Well, what you need to protect are Kenny picking out. Ooh, get the energy drink in there.
You saw how that must be hit. That's his. With his little NIL deal or well, not NIL anymore. They can sign things. But that was his boy's job. All right, what you want to do? You just slide it like
Yeah, put that right there, bro.
Yeah, everyone has a different job at home. Your job just slide that in. Accelerator said, you're going to find somebody to do that for you. I don't care who. All right, got you.
Pick someone. Torque return. I haven't heard that in a while. Thanks, Torque too.
Because I don't know if you saw the press conference for D'Angelo Russell. When he tried to have his energy drink,
Yeah.
he was like, you're going to have to find me.
Yeah, you're right. You're going to take it from him. And that lady was like, okay, got you. She was not playing games.
It was my one job. Oh, that's a conversation. So they always talk about the war rooms and the draft rooms. You see, look, that's his one job. That is their one job.
Turn it.
Find a way to put that shit in the screen. I don't care what you got to do. Find a way. Oh, they just give them all the hats. Look, you see her? That's her one job. She's not even drinking it. Just hold it. Like, just hold it. That's all you do.
Get it in there.
But the different draft rooms. One, it's a two-part question. The first part is, what type of draft room or war room would you want to be in?
What do you mean?
Like, how would you want it? You know how the Rams, they have a house. Like, they go to a house. That one looks like your corporate office. Yeah. Some of them, you remember the Joneses, they were on a boat.
I would say with The Cardinals have Kingsbury.
But that was house. Ooh,
Yeah,
that was.
that was dope. That was an iconic picture. But I know now that these green lights are shining on them, it's probably bright as shit too.
Look, what are you? Again, when some people like you spend all that money to go to the World Cup, hell yeah, I'm never doing this. I would watch it, but after this is over, and when we like to turn it off, we can leave. You know how long it's gonna take them to get? I can get home before they get to their hotel.
Yeah, sure.
So you
can get home before they get out of that area, bro. Before they get out of the center. If you're in the center, like no way. Look how big this man. That's a setup. The screen there.
Oh yeah, that's another. You can tell every single one. You know, like how many screens you got? 4, 5.
Big monitors. Yeah.
How long? I don't see hotels around them. Maybe that one that Steven saw that was way out yonder. That he was like, oh, that's close.
Bro, where is this? I know this is Kansas City. That's kind of a rhetorical question, but like, where is that? Jackson, Smith, and
I
Jigba.
really think they're going to go with that.
Who's their other receiver?
Lazard, Wilson, Moore. Do they have them still? I know one of them was supposed to be gone. But I mean, well, Aaron Rodgers, you want to just give him enough. Do they have decent tight ends? I would say you go with the tight ends. They won't because they already have tight ends. They have like DJ Zoma and somebody else.
Kincaid's very good though.
Yeah.
But in a sense, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. This is the Jets team. Elijah Moore didn't work out.
There you go, yeah. Yeah.
Right now, you're looking at Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, and you want to figure out who's going to be another receiver to help out. How ironic.
Do you remember when they were saying Corey Davis was going to be the next best thing?
He's top 10 pick too.
Yes. They were like, yo, And that's the one part of the draft. You can pick someone in the top 15, and they never turn out.
Happens all the time. I'm gonna say Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. How about you just pick?
So,
Like you gotta know, right? You don't really need
look,
full time.
I only get 60 seconds in fantasy football. Y'all get minutes.
Yeah.
You have some of these picks, you already knew long in advance who you were going with. You're only at 15. I can understand the second, third round, but half of them, they're talking to the owners or the other general managers like, oh, this is what you're going with? Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's not happening right now.
No.
Like they're not gonna. No one's moving. No one is moving.
But what,
I hate that they keep showing that because it bothers me.
it
There's
bothers
not a town. There's a bunch of hotels right there, probably.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Oh, they have talent conflict. Everyone's going to do so much better because of Aaron Rodgers. Brees Hall's not going to be there. And people keep thinking Brees Hall's about to be playing day one. Y'all remember the injury Brees Hall had? Like, he's injured. So it's going to be Michael Carter. That's probably going to be your starter.
Ah, man.
Grab some of those tackles that are, you said there's a margin between what's been selected and what's left on the board. But that would be that spot in the draft where you could grab one of those tackles and they would have some value. Also trade some picks for that quarterback next year. So there's Lee Johnson on the left with his trademark Jets baseball cap, but it doesn't.
It's always funny when you see different people trying to project what the pick is going to be because they were saying Robinson was about to go to the Eagles because the mom was wearing green. Yeah, that didn't happen. They also made a pick.
Oh, I got it. Good daps, though. Good daps.
Yeah. You're still going with the Jigba?
Yeah.
This is great, man. We're down to 66, and we're about to get the Jets pick. Which the Jets overall. They knocked it out of the park. Literally out of the park. I'm excited to see what they have for this year.
So while we wait for this pick to come in, I've been working with an artist for everyone that's listening or will listen. Been working with an artist, and I'm hoping the artwork's done in like the next week or two. I was really excited as we continue to see more.
Yeah.
It's funny how different people's perceptions of how we can look are, because we have to go through a lot of
Not even
iterations.
close.
And,
You and I look like we were anorexic or something.
yeah. So I would have different people look at it, they'd be like, yo, the arms need to change.
I think
or
I
maybe
was
you need to have glasses on.
Smoking a
Yeah, so I had to turn.
Sigma.
I was like, all right, can you put his fingers like this instead of this? And so
just
he
a little,
said,
just a little bit, you know.
just a little something. So it's coming together. And then I said, you know what? Like the cursive in the sky would be cool. And then it goes on the play on words of what we're doing, because we're kind of like chilling, looking out at everything. So I hope everything that I've been saying to him happens, and he's like here, and it's not all right. We did all this, and then bam.
I just wanted to give me the Space Jam.
You know what's this going to cost? You gonna say, all right?
Paying the crypto, right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. But I'm currently playing video games, so
Right now?
I'm partially in the video game. But the other thing is, they were talking about Bama quarterback room. Was this all the quarterbacks at once? They weren't all there at the same time, were they?
Yeah, like 6. Right?
They were all there at the same time at Alabama.
Right now? You guys have now?
Mac Jones,
Oh.
Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young. There's no way all of them were there. I know 3 of them probably were.
They were, but I think Jalen Hurts transferred after that.
They were all there together at one point in time.
I think so. You should look at what their running back one was like.
That was stupid.
5-6 years ago when they had before Alvin Kamara transferred to Tennessee.
You'll be satisfied.
Am I wrong? It's not Smith-Njigba?
It's not a pick that we would have expected, because I don't know this person off the top, but it's a solid pick for what the Jets need to do.
Oh, God.
Well, it's going to take a minute for this pick. But other thing is, CJ Mosley. Mosley's there.
The WGN is proud to be part of a global community that supports the life-changing wishes that Make-A-Wish grants.
DeJounte Murray has 0 points in the first half. DeJounte Murray, 0 points, 0-5 for the field goal.
Jeez, it's too bad.
But the game is tied, 83-83.
The New York Football Jets. Jets, Jets. That's his wish.
I didn't want to say nothing, but I felt the same way. So you can have anything in the world. You know what?
Thank you, Mr. Goodell. I'd also like to thank the NFL, the New York Jets, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern New York for giving me this opportunity tonight.
We all have wishes in this world.
He's nervous as hell. Shaking like a leaf. Poor kid.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Jets. Select Will McDonald, linebacker, Iowa State.
I don't know who the hell that person is. But also, nobody said it with him.
Nah, that's too bad. That's too bad. There's 300,000 people there. Not one person can give me some love. There's 300,000 people there. Not one person could say back to that kid, Jets.
And I was like, dang, he got really into it. Y'all want to be like,
Man, people are booing him.
nah, we're straight.
This kid can go. Man, there's 305 people in that joint. And no one could chime in with this kid. This Make-A-Wish kid.
That's what they asked for.
Oh, got him. Deuces.
Who's this? What?
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
What the heck?
That's fair. Doing.
Is he just? Oh, that's tough. I don't care. You went over the whole car.
Slid right over top of it. They slid it. It just what?
Bro, but he didn't even have a super running
How have I
start.
not seen that before? It's casual job too. How have I not seen any of that before? Commercials, man, are just brutal.
You're only so you're looking at the board. There's only one person. I mean, there's only one team that could pick him. So my man's going in the second round probably.
The pick is in.
Now my next question for you is: do you think
You were made to remember some days
Eric Bieniemy gets a head coaching job soon?
to help you find the
This
best
again?
way there.
Probably.
honest.
Where's that now?
Here.
Oh, that's right. Right.
I do not think
Yeah.
he gets a head coaching job.
I mean, shit. They make the playoffs.
If he makes the playoffs, yeah.
Yes.
If the Commanders don't do anything and Sam Howell is like the worst, you messed up everything. You're betting on yourself. This is the same as Kirk Cousins betting on himself. Like if that team is not good and you're the OC and they do some stupid random timeout thing or some dumb stuff in the last 2 minutes, it's on you. Because now all the whole I'm switching. I think his chances would have been better some way, shape, or form just chilling in Kansas City. It would have come.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it was kind of like at that point where he had to. All right, either I kind of chill here, and people still keep questioning whether or not I'm a good coordinator because Andy Reid is Andy Reid,
Yeah.
or I go somewhere else and maybe start with a really shit location, kind of make it work. If it doesn't work, yeah, you bet on himself. If it does work, then shit. They make the playoffs, he'll probably be a head coach.
All they have to do is make the playoffs, or Sam Howell be MVP, which won't happen. But if it happened, but yeah, I mean,
And I hate. We talked about this before. I hate people who were saying like, "Oh, he only didn't get a head coaching job because he's black,"
yeah,
you know, or he was too far. He was under, like, basically like not calling as many plays as other offensive coordinators because of injury. Maybe he just didn't want the job he was offered. Maybe he's waiting for like the right scenario. Maybe he wanted to be a head coach. Maybe I don't know. Do we know? No one knows.
no. But I can tell you, if D'Amico Ryan's got a position and Eric Bieniemy didn't, there has to be more to what
Look
happened.
at Tracy Ryan. See that?
Those are good.
Yeah, Monarchs.
Those are
Told
good.
you.
And he has to know, like they know what shoes to put on him. All of this, his whole outfit was chosen.
Just one pick away, baby.
One pick, and we can take the north.
One pick away from running through the whole AFC.
Now that you run into the
Well, y'all really think one pick is about to change everything.
Hot take, Joe.
Now, other point is, so after Bryce Young gets picked, what do you think he does?
He's on calls for the next big interviews for the next however long hours.
But is he still there, or do they want him to go to like some hotel suite?
I would say he's still there, and then he's probably going to party afterwards, something like that. This guy.
I know mom's getting antsy. Also,
Dude,
that was her outfit. And then if you're the girlfriend, what are you doing?
find somebody else. My man's going early second round.
I think so. I can't see anybody.
No, New England, no. Detroit, no. Tampa Bay, maybe. I think Tampa Bay would probably be the best choice.
Why does it look like such a shit?
There's probably like a trailer outside of the stadium.
Why
Or something
is
like
that? They're in Virginia too.
that.
Why is it such a shit?
New England, no. Detroit, no. Tampa Bay, maybe. Seattle, no. Chargers, no. Baltimore, no. Minnesota, no. Jacksonville, no. Giants, no. Dallas, no. Buffalo, no. Cincy, no. New Orleans, no. Philly, no. Kansas City, no.
You're probably right about the distance potentially.
I would say Commanders or Tampa Bay would probably be the best bet. But he wasn't on the phone when they just showed him, so I'm going to Tampa Bay.
I'd be happy.
Washington Commanders select Emmanuel Forbes, defensive back, Mississippi State.
Wow. Over JP Jr. All these random white guy. Love it.
Yo, that is a mixed room for you. Yo, did I ever tell you I went to Mississippi? And that's a place I don't ever have to go back. So I'm happy you got us far away. So, Emmanuel, when you come to the nation's capital, if you ever need a event or talk about Mississippi, I will be happy to talk to you about it because it's a culture shock. He was second all team. I mean, all American. Damn.
That was Will Levis.
Will Levis. I know. That's solid. He will be going up against John Dotson and Scary Terry in practice, which will help you. This also means that they really do believe in Sam Howell.
Yes.
That was your opportunity.
Yeah. Ashburn, Virginia. Down to Ashburn, right? Shout out
I mean, I got 2 phones.
Ooh. Yeah.
These guys are going
to close with coordinators. I think they talked to Joe. I think Jordan talked to maybe one like Seattle newspaper or something like that, or radio or something. Yeah. It took us we maybe 45 minutes to get out of the house. And I mean, we weren't obviously with them, but he's talking to coaches and everything, and then we all just started drinking.
Are they like quick conversations or
no? Then they got to talk about logistics. When they're gonna fly out there.
Oh,
they got to talk about that and all that kind of good. So they got to pick a number on the spot.
So they pick it that.
So Jordan did a combo of high school and college. He spent 50 in high school and 47 in college. So it's a little combo. He probably talks to his agent too and all that shit.
With the 17th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Christian Gonzalez, defensive back, Oregon.
Well, this kid had a top 10.
That's a solid pick, though.
And he falls to 17. This is a nice pick for the Patriots.
He was my 10th overall player, second overall. I did not anticipate he would last this long. The Patriots did a nice job.
I think for the Patriots, that's a good pick because Belichick knows how to choose defense.
Yeah.
We all know he's not the greatest choosing offense, but defense, solid. He had I think the Twins are still there, or one of them is. But yeah, to have, that's better. He had 4 interceptions last year. Other dude had 5 interceptions in 42 games.
Yeah. He's aggressive. Okay, seatbelt.
There you go.
He's good.
They didn't even shake hands.
Boys, bro.
Oh, he had 4 interceptions in 30 games. A little better percentage.
You were hyped for a second.
I was like 4 interceptions in a season. That's solid numbers. I didn't know how much that seat cost.
What about I would try polo, some jeans. Did you have to wear that? You have to wear a suit.
That's so fun. Some people wear a suit. What is it colored?
No.
Oh. There's.
Well done. What do you like about it?
Well, again, just so rangy and such a smooth.
They say Marshawn Lattimore.
With that size and fluidity,
Jeez.
Again, Marshawn Lattimore has been an outstanding player in this league. It's tough to find guys this big that are this fluid and this athletic. Usually,
physical tackler. He's not at the level of Witherspoon in terms of how aggressive he is, but once he gets here, he's a physical guy. He can get his foot to the ground efficiently and drive downhill.
Interception on Will Levis again.
Dude, you see how many guys transferred away from Colorado?
Away from Colorado?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
My man Dion said, yeah, I told them.
And he said, pack your bags.
Pack your bags.
When he said that first thing, he's like, hey, you know, guys who want to get in the portal, pack your bags. A lot of you need to pack your bags now. Penny Sewell. Bro's coming out next year.
From where?
Noah Sewell, Oregon, obviously. Linebacker.
Jonathan Stewart was a name.
Sheesh, was he?
To those who wait, you are going to be playing for a Hall of Fame coach in Bill Belichick. What does this
Bill
mean to you?
Belichick.
Well, it means everything. I'm super excited for this opportunity.
It's proactive on my face, my guy.
Okay, show us
God,
the
my man.
jacket. I know you told me about it on the right part
Columbia.
of it. Tell us the significance.
Columbia. They
I
just
thought
did
so.
everything. Put it on for everybody
Yeah.
back in Columbia. I
I
love
was
that
saying-
everybody look up to me.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Man,
When in doubt, don't say the wrong country.
Yep.
That's what I don't know.
Kurt.
Just need two corners. You look at the AFC side, and there are weapons.
Tampa Bay, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Tampa Bay, and no one else. Yeah, pick Will Levis.
So,
Because you're not going to spend a first round draft pick on a quarterback that any of these teams is not going to play anytime soon. Only one, I would say maybe would be Minnesota. Because Kirk Cousins, you never know how long he's going to keep playing. But that's it. Because all those quarterbacks are young. Tampa Bay doesn't have one. I mean, Baker Mayfield he signed him, so imagine that Baker Mayfield's going to be the starter. He signed him for a reason. Seattle just signed Geno Smith to a 3-year deal for $100 million. So he's their guy. Chargers have Justin Herbert. Baltimore obviously just signed Lamar Jackson. Minnesota, maybe. If they think that Kirk Cousins is not going to be around for a hot second longer. Jacksonville, obviously, no. Trevor Lawrence. Giants, Daniel Jones just re-signed with them. Dallas. Dak's hurt occasionally. But he's one more hit away from being out.
I love that Dallas is not picked yet because I don't got to hear no shit. Like, you don't hear nothing because they haven't picked. We haven't even seen the fans.
Buffalo, obviously, no. Cincinnati, obviously, no. New Orleans, obviously, no. Philly, obviously, no. KC, obviously, no. I mean, Kansas City's another team. Like,
I say real
they're not.
we cut it off fresh every day.
Like, they're not gonna do anything if Patrick Mahomes gets hurt,
We do it by hand.
right? So,
It's real. Oh, yeah.
But I don't even think Kansas City would just rather chalk up the season as an L than say we're going to spend draft capital on this.
I agree with that.
No other brand offers free Orion ski trips at the beach. You'll get 2
So I was going to say
way out in
we can make it to Baltimore, but the way these commercials and everything goes, that's a long time.
10-15, Baltimore picks in. Oh, yeah, it's really bad, man. Fuck that.
So is Tampa next?
Yes. Well, after Detroit, yes. Good to see you. Oh. Yeah. So, good to see Detroit not dropping in the top 5.
For once, I know.
It's always bothered me that I never finished my bachelor's degree. I did extensive research about online programs, and Arizona Online was the right fit for me. I met some really smart and driven people who were career focused like I was. The thing I loved most at Arizona Online was what I was going to be getting in my online classes is exactly what I was getting if I was in
Damn, this is about to be a high scoring
You're
game.
going to end up with
So Celtics Hawks are 98-96.
My career path is only going up
Celtics?
from here.
What is this, game 6?
Yeah. So, which it should not be 56. But
Yeah. So they're playing in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear what else was going on there? Double book.
Janet Jackson.
So
How do you double book that?
Right. Yeah.
You
That's
don't have that planned in advance.
the Janet Jackson concert is planned out months in advance. Months.
Were y'all just like hoping that they weren't going to make it this far and nothing was going to happen?
Yeah. So like, what do they do? I mean, they're playing in Atlanta, so they obviously what happened with the concert? Concert supposed to start at 7:45, and it's 10:15. I need to find that out. That's the bottom right now.
Do they just refund them? Which is messed up because y'all were just going to wait till the day before. I bet y'all were hoping that Trae Young could make the shot, so you don't have to worry about nothing.
Fight me, dude.
Damn it, you got to do
I gotta figure this shit out. Great, thanks a lot.
Trae Young put out a tweet saying, "Coach, you can come
Yeah.
to the game." I was like, "You coming?" Watch be a surprise.
The Detroit
This will be
Lions select Jack Campbell,
defense.
linebacker,
Yeah.
Iowa.
Just stay defense and y'all are good. Because your offense is set.
Damn, it's a big boy. What, linebacker?
Essentially 6'5".
240. Such a very typical Iowa linebacker.
And my thing is, he's not going to be splashy, but he's going to get the job done. Like, I don't know that much about Jack Campbell, but I can promise you he's going to be.
Doesn't miss a lot. He doesn't miss a lot of tackles.
Oh, he was a nation's top linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any issue. If you look at any sport and you draft an Iowa person, you almost know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because you're not expecting them to be a superstar. You're not expecting them to be a franchise player. You're just expecting them to do their job and go home.
I love how they don't have any footage, any cameras where he's at right now. Like,
They did it.
what is he doing?
They did it, and you know.
Poor man's Brian Urlacher.
A first round pick is a poor man's Brian Urlacher.
Sure. Thank you, dude.
Hey, that
It could be worse.
Okay. See, look, pick is in. Okay, so this is the only one I could see. Like, it was a faster pick. And if all the picks went like this, we'd be talking. Like, that was hella quick. Why are these other teams over here thinking, I don't know, we got to waste all the time?
I'm going to say Will Levis.
It's really the only one, and they're also not showing him.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers being on the clock negatively, I would imagine. The question is, who will they take here?
How many group chats are you in?
I would say at least 3 solid ones. Other ones are just random. Hey, who was the old quarterback? I mean, the old head coach.
Bruce Arians.
Yeah. I don't even
Who's
see
quarterback
him.
now? Top Bowles.
Yeah. They seem moderately happy. This is your only pick. And that doesn't seem like he went there. Like, that doesn't seem like a face of you just got drafted.
I don't think so. I don't know, bro. See, that's unnecessary as well. What your boys are wearing right there, that's completely unnecessary too.
All of that isn't needed.
What did I just say?
You did say that.
What did I just say? Well, the only time Big Mick was a 1-year deal. Now it could be a prove it
Yeah, it's not a.
deal where you
Maybe New Orleans 29, even though they signed Derek Carr. Then I think we are in the top of the second round. Well, you want to talk about obviously who's the way of drafting is
It's not just Neil. He's not the only one that's done it. But let's not forget the guy who just signed the richest contract ever today.
Oh.
Ozzie Newsome moved back to the first round to draft.
Richard Gill at Kansas City.
With the 19th pick
William.
2023 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Elijah Cansey,
Oh, his weight's up.
defensive end, Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
He chose.
and now he's going to
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, hey. Down, bro. She's down.
That's gotta be mom. There could be no other person.
No one else reacts like that but mine. Bro, he's got a hell of people there.
I know. 6'1", 280. That is a big dude. That is not tall.
13 All-American. 8 ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Oof.
But that. Okay, that was a good one. The other one, I just felt like he just got off the line quicker. It wasn't like he did anything special. That one, he did. 7.5 sacks last year.
This is someone every now and then you get caught, he's going to get knocked around, but he wins early often. Early down, he wins and makes plays like this one.
Yeah.
Right here, incredibly disruptive, and then you want to
He can move.
games like they like to do in that defense there in Tampa. He'll fit right
He
in.
can
Oh,
move.
come on. Oh. Never mind, they both.
Oh, he had
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah. Oh, Donald was a monster in college.
Yo, he was
29.5 sacks.
Bro, he was legit. He didn't come out of nowhere. He was nice in college.
But that team is going to be nothing now.
Damn. So he's
Where the hell are they at? Jeez,
bro, there are bodies there.
where are they
I think
at?
they're at a restaurant. Huh. Mom, get up.
I got stomped on.
Boy, they're breaking his jaw a little bit. Easy, huh?
He ain't gonna be able to play. It also didn't look like as many players were there in person this year.
Peter Robinson couldn't keep his hat on.
Yeah, that didn't look as many as before, and I guess they learned the lesson. Picking so bring so many, and then in the past you end up having all these players.
Will Levis.
Yeah, like,
Man.
that's a you only have picks. I don't think my hot take. I don't think he's going in the first round. Your only one is Minnesota, but at that point, you might as well just wait to the second round because I don't think most teams are going to jump up to Will Levis. It also shows you that they were doing a lot of smoke and mirrors and throwing things out there to make it seem like Will Levis is going to the top 5. Their projection, this projection said number 2, and we are at number 20. That is the difference in millions. Like, that's not a couple of dollars. My man, that's millions.
Tens of millions.
Tens of millions of a separation. And you're like, yeah, you know what? He's worth a couple $1 million. Nope. Divide that in half now. Because he's not worth the same.
Shit. Well, tens of millions of dollars.
Dog. And that's what I'd be thinking about.
These teams were quite hyping him up too.
They were, you're going to get drafted high. It's going to be great. And that's the wild part. People in the background know exactly why he didn't get drafted as high as he did.
He's poop.
He's poop. No, this is an upgrade.
Ah, man.
And away we go.
I mean, like, you hate to see it, but at the same time, it's like, over yourself.
I mean, so I do this. There's this app called, while we're on a commercial, there's this app called Underdog that I do sports betting on. I've done well. Like the past 2 or 3 days, I put $2 down. I've won $40. I'm putting a total of like $20 down because I'm doing like a bunch of $2 bets. And then you always get those close ones where you're like on the hook. And I need Trae Young to have over 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's at 40. I need Jaylen Brown to have over 32.5 points rebounds. He's at 32. I need Bogdanovich to have over 11.5 points. He's at 11. I need Robert Williams to have 8 rebounds. He's at 6. And I need Jason Tatum to have over 44.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's at 41. They're all not happening because it's the fourth quarter. So,
How much time left?
because, underdog, you need to update that part. We are in
James Gas stop time.
8 minutes and 45 seconds.
We can get a match.
When we start getting sponsorships.
Also, we can get a pizza.
It was good. I'm impressed for, that Fulton, Baltimore, that Philly, Chicago, all this area. But, like, I don't know what I'm more annoyed with now. The people or the 2 minutes.
He's small.
But then you look at him compared to Roger Goodell, and I'm like, Roger Goodell doesn't look like a big dude. Is that the classroom? All right, yeah. See, I guess this is why I'm in the position I'm in. I'm not one of them because I'm not gonna record the TV screen of my friend getting drafted. All I gotta do is just go back home later and just record it or rewind it and do it.
You can find it anywhere.
You can find it.
Let's try to get much reaction, I guess.
The reactions, yeah, believe they're still there. Oh, okay, 2 of them hit. Bogdanovich just needs 1 point. And we got 7 minutes left. I don't know if this is going to happen because if Robert Williams ain't even in the game, I don't know what to tell you.
Kansas City at the bottom of the first round. Those guys have all done a ton of work on these wideouts, and here we are. Not a single one that's come off the board. I think they got to be pretty excited about the option.
I do want to jump in here and point out as well the rumors involving DeAndre Hopkins being on the move. We're so red hot today. Here we are, the 20th overall pick. That is yet to happen.
Who do you think the Seahawks do?
Joey Porter Jr.
Probably done for the Ravens at wide receiver. I know they got Odell, but what do you think every Ravens fan just don't
So this is their second pick.
Oh yeah, they took what they took what this one. Never mind. They might plus my other side.
You don't need anything on offense. O-line, that's the only thing I can guess. Other than that, just go defense.
Needing a receiver, another slot receiver. Tyler Lockett's been there for a while. We know we like
Jackson Smith and Jake Butler, Seattle.
This is when I think sometimes, are you feeling your needs or are you feeling your wants? Because are they feeling a need by a receiver or are they feeling a want? Because I think with this thing, you would just do a need. And these draft rooms are so different. Oh.
Somebody's got a step ladder. I don't know what that means. That means it's a good player. If you're taking the card off the album, it doesn't require a ladder. It's been a bad guy.
I just don't think, but I'm not one of the board people, so I wouldn't know. But I don't think Jackson Smith and Jake Rose a pick that we should end up doing right now.
Sucks he got hurt last year because he was a pick already.
Fantastic. You got a thought on this, Cameron? I mean, listen, if it isn't a slot receiver, then they've got their choice of slot receivers.
Like you went from having, you went from being a starter to they're saying, yep, you know what, with our first round pick, we're going for shit.
What?
You know, God damn. I mean, they're excited, but
at the youth and high school level. Joining me on stage are local boys tackle football players and local girls flag players who are pioneers in flag football growth.
so here's my $1 million question. Do you think she got that injury playing football? Or do you think they'll ever tell you?
Let's not go down that path. Let's not do that.
Because if she got that injury playing football, that does not make football look good at all.
Nope. Flag football.
Flag football. Now the other thing is, how did Bethany get to choose? Okay. Like, what all goes into this? Jackson.
The Seattle Seahawks select Jackson and Jigba, a wide receiver, Ohio State.
You missed a Smith.
You did miss the Smith. Like,
That's his name, bro. That's his name. Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's his name.
He got two last names.
His birth certificate does not say Jigba only. It says Smith and Jigba.
They're also, that means one of those receivers.
You know how long it took me to pronounce that name too?
Why is his athleticism 67, but you have some alignment? I have a athleticism 80. But that's dope as shit. For you to have your wide receiver and your quarterback both go in the first round in the top 20 picks, that speaks a lot of volume for how that offense was.
That's why they're always there.
He shook his hand. And shout out to all the barbers that did these people's cuts.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they got hell of money. If they said, oh, you know what, I need to cut my hair back to draft, I'm shooting my numbers up. If I normally charge 25, I'm charging like 50, maybe 100. Oh, he did get injured too. That's
early,
right.
very early. Missed very early in the season too.
Yeah.
Missed most of the season. Bro, I hope they only show him in the Rose Bowl because he put up almost 400 yards against Utah last year.
Utah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Utah?
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
It's not a coincidence that his show drills were off the charts at the combine because of his change of direction quick as it shows up as a route runner.
You really called it. 2 out of the 3 highlights so far was that one team. 3 out of 3.
They're all light skinned too, the Ohio State receivers.
They are.
Minus Marvin Harrison. Was it 350 something
Your
yards?
dude did the same exact thing.
Look at that. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and Jackson Smith-Jigba. That's who Stroud was throwing to for 2 seasons.
You know how legit that is?
You told me earlier on the red carpet because of
Yo, shout out Melissa Stark, because she just got to stand up there the whole time. I mean, yes, it's cool probably talking to half of these players, but at the same time, you just...
I just want to thank, the Seahawks for giving me this opportunity. I promise they won't regret it.
You are joining a very potent wide receiving core. What do you think you can learn from those guys, and what do you add?
Man, I'm excited to get in that.
Now, when Rocket leaves, you got DK Metcalf and you have Jigba.
Be myself, man.
That's a...
We'll see what happens.
Hopefully good things. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Hawks are winning.
Oh, yeah?
113, 110.
What time's up?
A lot of time.
This guy. Oh, shout out to the Seahawks, though. The boys right the Hawks.
Again. Okay, so we got 2 picks left. Again, I am not standing out there. I don't know how many times you have discussed this.
It's a pretty good offense.
Yes.
Gino can, keep a little bit of magic he had last year. That's a pretty stacked offense. I trust him coming in and picking up things.
You can just transition downfield.
And Walker, yeah, just throwing downfield, dude.
And your defense is solid. You made the playoffs last
You
year.
just run 3 bursts.
So you're going to have... I was going to say
Marvin
4
Harrison's going to be a top 5 pick next year. He's so good.
And the thing is, who his dad is makes it even that much
He's
better.
by far the best of the 3, 4 that have
His
been there.
route running is so nice. It's the same way you see like LeBron James's kids. It's the same way I see like Marvin Harrison. They have that pedigree in them because they have so much around them.
It's like Mason, you know.
Yeah, same exact way. I'm like Marvin Harrison, dude, what happened? Oh, he went into the crowd. Oh, that's when you know you love it. So where are you going? Oh, he's going to the Seahawks. This is the only time it's worth it. This is the only people I say it's worth it for. Everyone around them. Ooh, Chargers could use a receiver. The Jaguars, I don't think need a receiver.
They will let us.
Yo, that receivers
out,
on
bro.
the field.
He brings up a great point because when you look at them, they're power forwards everywhere. And it's not only Tom Olesko who believes in that, it's also
See,
Brandon Staley.
there was only maybe 15 people, I would say, 15 people around there.
Yeah.
That it was worth it for them to go there. I don't think anybody else it was really worth it for.
So there's a connection there. There's a connection there, but you mentioned the big receivers and what they're doing. But Quentin Johnson, if he is a big receiver to be considered, also can run.
He's fucking
Got pretty good 40 time. But they've had that small forward, big power forward basketball team
What the?
for a lot of years. It's almost made this
Y'all are
DNA in this franchise. We have
The
playoff team from last year portion of the draft. We just had the Seahawks. Now here come the Chargers.
With the 21st pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select
receiver.
Quentin Johnston,
Receiver.
receiver,
TCU.
TCU.
That's good.
that piece.
Sheesh. I don't know if that's who you want your.
Yeah, you've heard a lot.
I don't think that's who you want your comparison to be. How it says athleticism 67, but these linemen are 80 and 90.
What are they basing that on?
I don't know. I think that's a smart one, but one of them has got to stay healthy because Keenan Allen's going to be gone soon. Mike Williams, I hope he can stay healthy. But Herbert can just chuck it up to any of them if they're healthy.
Yak.
Oh, what a piece. I didn't see the picture. What a suit Dad got on. Or whoever. It
There's like Fetty Wap.
It.
Mine's still mine.
All right, now the pick that I've been waiting for.
Baltimore.
The first thing you know they're going to talk about.
They think Joey Porter Jr. I'm gonna be so pissed.
You'll be pissed. They only need to do one thing. There is one thing you need to do with this pick.
Draft a receiver?
Draft a receiver. You can deal with everything else.
Jordan Addison.
But I need them to have like a flashy player. Jordan Addison get good, but you need, I don't know who it is in the draft. It probably was like Johnson.
There's no point. If they take receivers, it'd be Jordan Addison.
Which I wouldn't be mad at, but they just know Rashad Bateman is not going to answer.
Also, he's some booty.
Because you have the receiver, good. You have the line. They're still there.
Still locked.
They're still there.
Quite hot. Quite hot out there too.
You standing next to all them people.
300K out there.
Do you think when you? I assume they need a ticket. Like there's probably a get-in ticket, but matter of fact, I assume it was free though.
I would say with the people where Jackson in particular were, I think that's probably not free. I think anything else, no.
You want to know what's so crazy? Some of those tickets are free. Because if you're a season ticket holder, they give like 4 or 5 lucky tickets. Because I know that they were sending me stuff.
Lucky tickets.
Huh?
Lucky tickets.
Yeah, because I know they send like 2 people sometimes to the Super Bowl, and like the Jaguars are doing it, the Dolphins are doing it, Ravens. They were like, enter for your chance to be one of the lucky winners to go here. If you don't win it, you can go to the Duval party or something else.
Duval.
You know, it's like, go after that. So why waste my little chance? Oh, Robert Williams is in the game. I need Bogdanovich in the game though.
That's it. Yeah. Progressive Home Photo Explorer makes it
So the Celtics are winning by 3.
I told my wife I'd be here for hours. What do we do now?
We live.
Also, I'm going to be really upset because I know I'm going to lose this bet. I need Bogdanovich to have 1 point. They have 3 minutes left. He's clearly not coming back in the game.
Yeah.
Robert Williams to have 2 rebounds. He's in the game right now. Jason Tatum to have 44.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That happened. So really, all I need is Bogdanovich to come in the game, and I don't think
Get 1 point.
Yeah. Robert Williams is in the game, so I know he's gonna get at least a rebound or 2.
Sick of that. Having way too often, to be honest. It's always one dude.
Insurance.
Like I had probably a billion different random things that I had. But so the last thing I'll say within sports betting, for anyone out there that wants a little trick, it doesn't work every time, but always bet the under when it comes to pitcher count. If it's over like 95.5 pitches, you'll win at least once. Because I'm like, how many pitchers are going to be able to make it 95, 96? Then you think about the amount of shoulder surgeries they would need. If they were throwing that many pitches a game, or if they ever have the line of like 8 or 9 strikes for Shohei Ohtani, bet the under on those, although it might happen once, but your likelihood of it happening is slim. Also, I'm not going to win because Grant Williams just entered the game for Robert Williams with 2 minutes left. So, you know how this is going to go.
And no Bogdanovich.
No Bogdanovich. And we are really at 11 points.
Actually, I had that happen to me one time. I needed Jokic to get 10th rebound. He had 9 entering the 4th quarter. Didn't know how to get everything. Wasn't God big, but
Hey,
yeah, unfortunately. You don't deserve it, bro.
it was too much money, but I guess there's
Get that boom mic out of there.
draft board.
Get that boom mic out of there. God,
What are they doing? They look excited about that pick, but
Will Levis, quarterback, Kentucky.
you know how much shit would happen if they chose Will Levis?
Yeah, making my Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill got a check. I will say that.
Same thing as Will Levis in college, though.
Okay, who's your thought? Oh, game over. It's not over, but it's about to be over. Celtics are winning 124-116.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Jordan Addison.
Internship. Trae Young had a double-double. Dejounte Murray had 14 points. Brown and Tatum both had over 30, which is good. Who?
Cornerback, I think.
Oh, if you choose a wide receiver, I promise you, you will make him up. But they chose Bateman, I think, in the first round.
Sure did.
Out of Minnesota. And you see what that guy. Or you know what? Ray would be like, let's go with Zay Flowers.
I'm gonna go either Jordan Addison or the corner.
next 10 picks, and Roger Goodell's about to come out. In a moment.
I'm gonna be real upset because Bob Donovan just got in the game.
Jack it up, man. Take that shit up, bro. He knows.
22nd pick in the 2023 draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Zay Flowers.
See? There you go.
This man.
I am good. I am perfectly fine with that pick. I will take it. I didn't expect it to hit on point like that.
Tiny.
He looked like Hollywood Brown.
Like
Bro, he looks like a kid from a class of mine.
It's like Rey Mysterio. Oh, wrong way, my guy. Damn, already running the wrong routes. Shit.
Who's that dude?
Someone who ain't getting picked anytime soon.
Like that. Bro, he just seems like the most regular dude. I need some highlights in it. All right, see, look, I need that little flash of this. We need this here in Baltimore. So you got a wide receiver, you got 2 wide receivers, and you got Jackson under contract. 12 touchdowns in 2022. They're not getting Hopkins now. For anybody that still thinks that that's not happening.
It's not bad. Nice.
29 touchdowns in 48 games. He is small.
Yeah, it's 5'8".
5'8"?
5'9".
5'9".
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Let me get somebody else.
Yeah, he's tiny, bro. 5'9", buck 82.
Good. I don't even think he's gonna go up and get it.
This guy is fun because of how explosive he is. Look at what he does after the catch.
Now I hope that they.
You play for Boston College, though, so.
Yeah. Those are nice.
He's going to create a lot of separation. Watch him turn this defender inside out. And you can just see Lamar
That's a horrible throw, too. It's a Lamar Jackson throw.
He's going to be able to hit a lot of post routes.
That's terrible defense. That's trash. I hate him now.
You're not gonna believe this.
Boy. You know someone?
No, Bogdanovich got fouled by Al Horford shooting a 3. So Bogdanovich is gonna at least make one of these free throws.
Is that all you need?
I need Robert Williams to have. Wait.
That's not extra. Already get to work. Got the fan base out here. Let's go get some wins.
Big things happening in Baltimore. Of course, the news a couple hours ago.
Why did they have an offensive rebound if he was shooting 3 free throws?
That explosive. I'm going to. Anytime I touch the ball, I feel like I get scored. And I can do everything from intermediate, long,
So
whatever you need me to do, I'll do it.
Love it. I know those Ravens fans love hearing that. He can do it all. Congratulations.
Thank you.
there's just so much going on that I'm really upset with. So, in conclusion, with my bet that I thought was going to work out, Robert Williams is the only one that I needed.
You need 2 more rebounds?
I needed 2 more rebounds. Everything hit but that. This happened yesterday, too. But I got what I needed out of today. He got his receivers. $10, at least one of them gets injured. I don't like to wish that upon people, but you know how it goes in Baltimore. They don't ever have that many good receivers. Running backs, we'll see, but they have everything they need.
Dolphins got to stay healthy.
Take Rashawn Bateman off the screen. What the heck?
Yeah, what they put 3 wide receivers on?
And no running back. But what you got for the people as you close up?
This is our first week of baseball, Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Yeah. It was our first game on Tuesday. It was solid. Your boy got hit square in the nuts.
Yep, I remember he told me that.
So I pitched. It's coach's pitch. So you pitch X amount of pitches and then move the ball to a tee if you need to.
I kid you not.
And to the green room.
And he seems to be standing up and maybe a little bit more perked up. I don't know. The Vikings draft room right now showing a little bit of activity. There's Ziggy Wilf walking.
Well, he's pondering his thoughts. I don't need to go back to Minnesota either.
They're on the phone right now.
Yeah, but baseball. Just logging on right now with this TV. So I want to be right about Will Levis potentially going to the Vikings. I called that one. Hashtag. Oh man, I'm still waiting for that to happen.
We all are.
Yeah. But it's coach's pitch, so we have a good combo of kids on our team that are like pretty good, and we kids who are just like just there for shits and giggles. But what's good is that we know
He went to the crowd too. See, look, I know some of them season ticket holders.
we know pretty much all of the parents on our team. It's cool because you've had this before, where parents like can't admit that their kid sucks at sports.
Oh, 1,000%.
They don't know that, like they know that their kid has limits, but like they don't want to admit to it. But we have a lot of parents who know like their kid isn't good,
Yeah.
and they're like okay with it, so they have no expectations for these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it nice that everybody knows everybody. But yeah, baseball started this week. Mason was 3 for 3 on Tuesday night. And he was 1 for 3 tonight. We'll slug it. I talked about the game, but I was like, my God, don't embarrass me out there ever again. Ever again. Like,
That's 3 straight receivers. Yeah, no, that's how it is at that age. What's funny is I had a whole other one that I was going to do for my What You Got for today. And I'm going to bring it back to what you just said, how some parents think that their kid is better than what they are. So I used to coach T-ball and like coach pitch for like 3 or 4 years. And I remember this one family, they always wanted their kid to be like Bryce Harper. I'm like, no, he's going to be like right-handed. Like, I know that's what he's going to be. And I was like, all right, we'll do this. What I always used to do, I would just give the kid the bat. Whichever hand they reach out for first, that's the hand that they want. And they're like, no, like, tell him he's going to the other side. What do you mean? The kid's naturally going to the left side. Like, that's, so you want me to say, no, we're going to the side. No, he doesn't know yet.
And it's going to be worse.
Exactly. So then he's going to be confused about where to go because y'all are trying to do that. But my other thing is, so we had Bring Your Child to Work Day today at my job. I don't work for a small company. Bro, there were over 1,000 kids that came. I felt like I was in a daycare because they were just like running around. All you would hear like running through the hallways and then
deck those kids.
Hell yes. And then you got one kid that wanted to like kick his dad and he's like, nah, don't do that. No, you promised me. I was like, all right, bro, y'all need to relax. Like, chill out right now. So
Mia asked me, she's like, Dad, can I go to work with you? I was like, bro, my office is downstairs. You can come anytime you want. Actually, no, you can't because Daddy's got to work. So, if they take Will Levis here, you owe me $10.
this is the only.
Aside from the $10 you're paying me for the pizza, which appreciate that.
This is like the only. It's not Jacksonville. It's not Giants.
Like no one's moving yet in the crowd. People still there.
And they don't meet. So you probably know the person next to you, like the whole life story.
Dude.
They definitely said the camera's on now.
Yeah, that was the worst one I've seen.
It wasn't.
That was the worst one I've seen.
And cameras on World's watching. Go.
And go.
Yeah, woo, congratulations. All right, he's doing too much.
That was,
wait, that's
due for the
hair.
No. Yeah, he's supposed to be Jaguars. Keenan McCardell.
Chargers.
People.
I was talking about the big white guy with the beard. I thought that was a giant dude, Sean O'Hara or whatever.
Oh, I was looking at the black dude who tapped out.
Oh,
it was Keenan McCardell, I think.
Oh, that makes sense. That was no.
Wait, that was Jacksonville. Whatever.
But we're looking at the. I was thinking of the same thing.
I'm so it's getting late.
And I also fun fact, I thought the dude with the reddish hair was Jason Garrett.
That guy. My guy, Joe Clark. Oof. They take Will Levis.
You'll be able to make up for all your time saying Christian.
With the 23rd pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Jordan Addison.
Ooh.
What the heck?
Wow.
I guess, but
Pair him
I
up
don't-
with Jefferson. Jeez.
that's
Man,
nasty.
he's with a squad of his glasses, bro. Come on.
That's 4 straight receivers. Someone said we're gonna have a run on receivers, but with that, I think we're gonna close it out because we'll let us not get picked. Until next
And
time,
Christian's got a half-hour drive home. Pace.
Traded the pick to the Giants.